I'm still getting the chat and stuff up. I assume we're live.
Yeah.
Let me think. Y'all need an intro song. Well, that's not right at all. We live in America, but all I see is Nazis. Shut the fuck up, fascist bitches, Donald Trump's paparazzis. Something like that. All right, let's do the stupid show. Let's do the fucking this fucking stupid fucking country, stupid shit fucking place that we live. Jesus fucking Christ, they're so fucking dumb. I don't know how to try and have like a normal level of show today, guys. I don't know. We started it last night. It was fucking dog shit. Okay? It was fucking absolute fucking garbage. These fucking dipshits with their calls where they're like, if you don't want to get shot, don't protest, don't resist. You fucking bootlicking sacks of absolute fucking shit. Like, where did the don't tread on me crowd go? Where the fuck did those fucking idiots go with the like, oh, don't tread on me? What were the rights they were trying to protest back then? Was it getting healthcare?
I don't know. You seem a little dark today, though. Just FYI.
I'm probably.
Like you look like a floating head.
In theory, that'll light me up. There you go. There's tenant head. All my lights on.
Oh yeah, that's better.
I don't need to be holding this. It was just for the intro.
I don't know. I'm angry. I've been angry all day. If one person, dude, my fuse is shorter than it was last night.
Right. And so it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't even know. Should we be taking calls? Should we be? Because I don't know that I can be a good representative for us right now. I don't know that I can do like, I'm just calling to have a real conversation. Like the guy the other night literally said, I just want to have a real conversation. That's an exact quote. Okay. I don't know. I'm like, we're here, we're doing the show, but all I see are bootlicking MAGA. There's nothing they can do because at the end of the day, like, just fucking admit it, guys. Admit it. It's not that you actually like, it's not about rights. It's not about, that was a murder, right? Like, just admit, that one, you tried to hide behind or just see what you needed to see when it was Renee Good, right? You just were like, I'm none of these videos are good enough because for some reason we keep not ever upgrading to the uncompressed videos direct from, we keep going through fucking whatever. Anyway,
what's worse than the videos? I finally heard what Kristi Noem said, and I could feel my blood pressure rising. Fuck her, dude. I might hate her more than I hate Trump.
Well, that's Stephen Miller for me. Because to me, this is all Stephen Miller. Which thing are you referring to? Her statement or now her telling Minnesota that if they just give them their voter database?
No, that pisses me off too. But I mean when she was giving the press conference after it happened and recounting the events of what happened in like blatantly lied. I saw a creator who put her statement over top of the footage, and it's the most insane shit. I can't handle it. Truly. I truly cannot.
Dude, I'm right there. I'm like, I don't. What the fuck, dude? Like, what the actual? And so truly, can I just get one of you MAGA bootlicking fuck faces to call in and just admit, dude, we know it was a murder. We know Like, if we have to sacrifice that guy going down for murder, fine. But we're actually like, we like that the people we hate, in this case, a VA ICU nurse who had a concealed carry license, like in theory is actually supposed to be kind of the sort of dude you guys would be stoked about, except for that he didn't, presumably, it'd be fucking crazy if we find out otherwise, but he didn't like Donald Trump. And like, that's what you guys are, the specific criteria, be so fucking real right now. If you are defending this killing, the criteria of whether or not you are okay with a person dying or not at present is, do they like Donald Trump? If they don't like Donald Trump, you don't care. We saw this when Trump took Secret Service security away from John Bolton because Iran has a what's it called? Like a warrant out for him. Not a warrant, like a warrant, but when you kill the person, a bounty out on John Bolton.
Oh, warrant,
I hate John Bolton.
Kill the person.
Yeah, warrant, but where you got to kill him?
Such a funny way to describe a bounty.
Just the police. Well, that's just what the police see it. If there's a warrant, you're allowed to kill the person. Or
if they're in a car, or if they're filming you with their phone, or if they're trying to administer aid, or if they're carrying a gun in a state where carrying a gun is allowed. Apparently, conservatives just think everything should get you killed.
Their phone was coming right at us, but they love it. They love, a lot of these people love those sovereign citizen channels where it's like putting a police officer who's trying to violate your rights in the place. So again, because they think those guys still probably voted for Trump, they like those guys. Let's be like just completely true. Be completely honest right now that it is okay with you if people die, even unjustly, that you're happy to see people die if they don't like Donald Trump. That is your full criteria. Could you just, would one of you just admit it? Would one of you just admit like that that's how you feel? Don't call for more violence because then we'd have to end the thing. Can you just admit that the way you actually feel is that, no, it's like, look,
I'd respect it a little bit more if you were just like, yeah, I want leftists to die. So it's great to me that they did this.
I'd understand you were at least, and not even leftist. You don't actually have to be a leftist. Nothing about this guy so far to me screams leftist. I don't know yet, but
it doesn't matter if it doesn't. If he's anywhere past center going leftwise, they're going to say he's a leftist. They don't know what political theory is. They don't know what real leftism is. They just think anybody that disagrees with their God King Trump is a Marxist.
Right. So that's what I'm, yeah. Because there are lots of, even by their standards, right wing to them, back when right wing meant conservative, like they want George Conway dead. You know, like I said, they want John Bolton dead. They put up a gallows for Mike Pence. He's on the left. Mike Pence is on the left. You guys, come on, guys.
Yeah, Mike Pence became a full raging Marxist when he refused to illegally certify fake electors. Right. As soon as he did that, he drank the Marxist Kool-Aid.
And I've always said that. I've always been like, my Marxist brother, Mike Pence. Still
also, doesn't my camera look so
gays.
Much better today? I think I finally got the lighting exactly the way I want it.
It looks nice. It looks nice. I didn't pay that much attention yesterday, but I
just want validation.
Sure. Yeah. Looks great. Mine, I feel like I now look even darker. I need to.
You definitely are darker than you usually are. Wearing black isn't helping, but
yeah, it's like a vest
because your background is black.
It's just so cold here, and I don't like the whole place to be hot. So I'm wearing a jacket that has a heater. It might just be the
Zoom, and it might not be anything to do with us. But does it feel like our brightness keeps changing, like the gamma keeps changing? It might just be our Zoom.
Are you positive you don't have any of the auto features still on your camera? Because you have to turn off auto ISO. Too.
No, my ISO is off auto. That's how I got it like this. I was adjusting the ISO pre-show.
I know I turned off
you just did it again.
Enhancements myself at one point. Let me see if it's got back on.
Mine are all off too. It just did it again. It might just be our call. It might not be doing it in the YouTube video. It might just be our call, but I just saw it happen again. Am I
I don't know.
crazy?
I have adjust for low light turned off. All right. Anyway, we've got a person waiting on air. MAGA, if you want to call and be real with us, there is
Someone in
no
chat said it's
defending that
definitely
wasn't
changing.
a straight up murder. Then I legitimately think it's because I don't think it's happening on my end. I think it's your camera. I think you have auto ISO still on. Because just turning it to manual doesn't turn individual settings off of auto.
I guess we'll fix it after the show.
It just happened again.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
did
I'm
you just
noticing it.
change what screen was on your monitor? No. Never mind, I just did it again. Sometimes it's like when you tilt in and out. Let me see. I'm gonna come up like this.
Trying to see if it'll do it.
All right. Bonnie in Indiana, you are on the line with Jovan and Jimmy. Forgot my name for a second.
Hello. My name's Barney. I'm here with my wife Bonnie. We we're here. We would like to.
I'm not gonna waste my time. That's obviously a troll, right?
it's there's no way it isn't.
Right.
Like a minute into the show, like what are we doing?
Yeah. I muted and they immediately hung up. So, yeah,
Amanda's dead, and this is what when people are troll calling. Fuck off,
dude. I literally like watching there are influencers on the Republican side still making like, okay, I guess maybe it wasn't justified, but now it's like this versus this, and they're like putting on blue wigs and putting in fake nose rings to make the whole point while they're talking about this guy being dead. I just hate them. I just hate them both.
I don't even know. Like, no, I'm just angry. I know it's the same shit I just keep saying. I'm just so mad. And today I made this post where I was like, it sucks that like for some people this is opening their eyes, but like, you know, for me and my people, this has been happening for fucking years. And some fucking little liberal douchebag responds like, technically, ma'am, there are more white people killed by police. So like, it's not just a black. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Holy shit.
Actually,
tone deaf as fuck.
Actually, Jovan, technically, let me get the snot out. Actually, Jovan.
Well, actually, did you know racism happens to white people too?
Are you sure it was a liberal? That seems like
no,
liberal on Tinder.
Liberal.
Do you know what I mean? Like the ones like, oh, I'm liberal. I'm liberal, but also because I'd like to actually get laid. I'm liberal, and then it's like, yeah, I hear that. Though, you know, one of the things we kind of miss is like, there's a little bit of systemic issue with like, yeah. Anyway, dearest, I'm just gonna drop that for you, babe. You don't need to waste time on the anonymous caller. It's clearly that same guy who was trying to call in. Just screen the actual dude who's just called in. Love you. You're the best. You're the best around. Nothing
also, they broke TikTok. They broke TikTok unrepairably.
Is the algorithm already horrible?
Dude, I'll send it to you. I screen recorded it. I got 11 ads in a row.
Oh my God.
That's unusable. I shouldn't have to scroll 11 times to reach. This is why I love YouTube Shorts, because I have YouTube Premium, so there's no ads on YouTube Shorts. Honestly, YouTube Shorts might be the way to go. Wait, let me send this to you. This shit is crazy that I got this many ads in a row. One of them was the same ad for the same game.
I wonder if they're trying to do like a different version of it where they're like, okay, from now on you have to watch at least X number of seconds of ads before we'll let you get back. And they're like, that. You know, watch, that'll be that's the only way I could see somebody
but
thinking
even
this
then,
was
that
a good
doesn't make sense because it preloads.
And it's horrible.
It preloads videos. Like it preloads like the next 100. So it wouldn't make sense to do it that way. How would it do that? Look at it, dude. Tell me this isn't insane.
Dude, this is crazy.
Right? I'll upload this video into my Discord for anybody.
You know what though? I hate TikTok, so whatever. It happens.
Sure, but any app that gives you 11 ads in a row.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yep.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
This is my last resort.
Ba-ba.
I'm not even bothering with the freaking. All right.
Sorry.
I don't really care about this call, man. I like right now I'm all like fired up. Oh, look, here's the deal, guy. God doesn't exist. There's no good reason to believe in a God. If you disagree with that, call in, let's debate. The Republicans are fucking ridiculous. If you disagree, call in and let's debate. Like, let's talk. Let's talk about it. We'll hear you out. We'll hear your version of shit. They murdered Alex Peretti, which I think is the right way to say it for the record. I don't think
What do we
pretty.
want to we want to give we'll give conservatives 30 seconds to plead their case uninterrupted.
I'll give them 60 unless they start resorting to slurs. Your introductory case, we will give you a full 60 seconds uninterrupted, and then we'll start the conversation. If conservatives want to call in.
You have your chance. You have your chance. Okay, I want to try to figure out what that setting is now, but I know if I mess with it, it'll show up on the screen. Fucking Christ, it's starting to annoy the shit out of me.
Babe, will you change the title to like Conversations with MAGA and Christians? We'll try and lighten it up a little bit. And then and then with Can MAGA Debate, just change that to like call and explain, or let's see, leftists ready to listen, and we'll try.
No, my ISO and my aperture are all both set to manual.
What about your frame rate?
It's at a persistent 29.3.
No. What about your shutter speed? What's that at?
Good question. How do I find that?
Should be 130 or 160. When you hit Q, it should be the one that has like the fractions.
Oh, that's my white balance.
Yeah, that should be set to whatever your lights are. Though I find these cameras are a little cool. I think cool. They have to go warmer. Well, white balance is honestly set by skin tone, so that was a dumb bit of advice to give you. We don't have the same
ISO is set
ideal
at
white balance.
800. I don't know because I can't get. Oops, I can't see the back of the camera. I'm like trying to.
Oh no! You keep your goon folder in your settings. Now everyone knows.
My goon folder is on my camera.
Yeah, it's loaded in. It's loaded in.
On the SD card. Nobody will ever find it.
He was trying real hard to like hide it. He thought it would be okay. All right. Well, we already know Bozina from last night.
That's isn't that fucking Bill or not? What is it? Jimmy? What is his name? Billy?
The one who called it. They said my name is Jim. They're now calling it as Bozina.
No, they called us Bozina. They're calling him today as Jim.
That's
what's his name. Yeah. Isn't that what's his name?
No, Billy was he was Billy and then he was Nathan.
I remember.
This was the person who called in with a fake accent. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and snooze that caller. No need, but we have a different caller calling in. Like fucking, how do you have nothing better to do? You fucking redax. You redacted sacks of shit. Oh man, I don't, man. Today, genuinely all day on Threads. First of all, Threads is having a bot infestation. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh, it's terrible. I made a post about it today.
It got okay. Like you notice it's worse right now than before, or are you just saying like generally it exists?
Well, I mean, it's almost every. It's almost every post that I scroll by is a bot. It's a very clear bot.
And more than that, they've got like a mass bot thing going on because they I open Threads and it's literally like my porn star friends posting. They're not naked though, it's Threads. Anyway, but I'm like, I gotta go find this ice stuff, and first thing I open up. The fucking Nazis always get ratioed. They never ratio. But literally today, they are ratioing like everything. Like it'll be somebody posts something saying fuck ICE to some degree, and they've got like 1,200 likes, but the first response is like, don't protest and you won't get killed. And then after that, it's literally like all bots.
You see,
and somebody with like
Elon
6,000
Musk
likes
claim-
allegedly.
See, Elon Musk claimed that that Hitler was a socialist.
Yes, and Grok corrected him.
Amazing.
Yep. Uh-oh, my own Grok. Okay, I'm fairly certain this is a person just using different numbers, but let's find out. Brandon in Oklahoma, you are on the line with Jimmy and Jovan. Brandon, how old are you?
39. Why are you certain that I'm using a different number? What does that mean?
Brandon, what are your pronouns?
He, him, a guy.
Excellent. And what are you calling in to say?
I was just going to ask about your positions, why you're making the statements you're making about like ICE being out of control and the topic.
Sure, they murdered a man on the street yesterday.
What happened?
You know exactly what happened.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
I'm not CNN, bitch.
I know about the lady.
Fuck off. I'm not CNN. I'm not a news agency, and CNN's not a very good one, but I told you guys I can't do it today, and I'm not doing it with bad faith interlocutors. I don't know what happened. You don't know about what happened? Go fucking do some Googling, you fucking redact. Get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck actually up. I don't know what happened yesterday. Alex, who? What happened? They did what? What? What'd they do? Shut the fuck up. Eat my actual ass. It's ass flavored.
Okay, there's a setting called Auto Lighting Optimizer. We think that might be it?
Yeah, if that's in Zoom, or is it on?
That's on the camera.
Yeah, turn that off. What which letter is your dial pointed to? On the camera. It should just be pointed to the M. For the video camera icon. What do you mean there's no M?
There's no M. There is a the M, the main one.
Oh, you're right. Just a video camera with no letters in it.
Yeah, it is on just the camera.
Okay.
No, this is called Auto Lighting Optimizer. Where might that be?
I don't know. I think you worry about it another time, though, honestly.
Well, we don't have any fucking callers. Why can't I do it
keep
now?
hanging up on them, but it's been the same guy calling, just from different numbers.
That's fine, but if I have the time.
Why do you think I'm calling from a different number?
Resort.
What happened? What do you mean? Who happened? Whatever. Da, 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 da. If anybody calls to engage in good faith, we will actually give you decent periods of time to explain yourself and present your thing. But if you're calling in, asking me to explain to you, not my perspective, just break the news to you of the thing that literally there is no, you got onto YouTube at all to see me, and I meant to believe your algorithm at no point that you're scrolling right now. Either you got the notification from my channel, you're scrolling right now, you're in the feeds, and you don't know what happened yesterday. Be so fucking for real. I'm not dealing with this redacted fucking energy today, you fucking idiots.
I mean, if you see anything that looks like it might be that setting.
Well, I doubt it would be in the I think you'd be back in the camera, the very first
oh yeah, probably
set of settings. Yeah. No, obviously not that. I'd also start at the other end.
Well, it's too late for that.
I know. Yeah.
Tally lamp. What the fuck is tally lamp?
So it's if you are connected to something with a tally lamp in it, it basically, like, if you've ever been in a professional studio and you see cameras with green lights that indicate which camera is active.
It's off. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with yours. Could it be your capture card?
That would just be weird if it was.
Because sometimes it's just changing for no seemingly, like you just changed it a bunch while you were touching the camera just now. So it doesn't seem like it's changing for good reasons. Maybe your HDMI cable isn't fast enough.
It could also be, you know what it could also be? It could also be the autofocus.
Oh, Brandon, are you calling back to ask why I hung up on you?
Yeah.
There's a different call screening right now.
It might be the autofocus. Because every time it refocuses, the light changes. I think I figured it out.
You could just lock your focus.
Yeah, I'm about to.
But why would the autofocus be changing your exposure? Unless you had an auto setting on.
Well, I just changed it to manual focus. So nope, it just did it again. Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Oh my goodness, guys. I'm not. Well, of course it's low
We
quality.
got 3 hours of this.
Atheist mechanic, low quality. Well, only 2.5 now. Low quality callers. Of course, that's going to be the case because who's going to defend what ICE did yesterday now, except the lowest of the low and Matt Walsh. So the lowest of the low.
Wait, someone said it's not just my camera doing it. That will make me feel like I've been gaslit the last fucking 15 minutes.
Well, that person's lying to you.
I guess we'll find out. No,
I'm
it's
watching
definitely just
yours
my
change.
camera.
Mine isn't
It's
changing.
definitely just my camera. Chat, while me and Jimmy vamp for time until we get a call, keep telling me what you think it might be.
I'm trying to wait to see if it happens to me. Oh, it did just happen to me.
Oh, so then I'm wondering if it's Zoom.
Yeah, it doesn't help that
I'll
we
tell
use
you
the
this:
same
it's
camera.
not doing it in my cameras. Oh, you know what? Let me pull up. Let me pull up my vMix and see if it does it at the same time in vMix that it does it in Zoom. Because I'm really thinking it might be a thing. It might be Zoom is doing it. But I have all those settings turned off.
Yeah, I wonder if I reclaim host, if I can change more settings. This might break the whole stream, but it's not like the stream's great. All right, let's see.
Do you guys like a Jimmy and Jovan shoot the shit stream?
I reclaimed host. Well, yours just did it, but mine didn't, I don't think.
Okay, I'm watching
Oh, yeah,
me
it did.
on vMix and me on Zoom to see if it does it. I got both up at the same time to see if they do it at the same time.
We don't know what triggers it. Wait a second.
Triggered.
Oh my God. I know what's doing it.
What is doing it? Why did I say it like that? What
Watch
is
this.
doing it, Jimmy?
Watch this. Okay, now when you start talking, it's going to do it to you.
Hello? Oh,
Hello?
is it the talking?
It's an active speaker thing.
What the
How do we turn that the fuck off?
How long has that been on is my other question.
I don't know. Is it because we have pins?
Oh my God, that's so fucking crazy.
What if we just add both of us to
what
pins?
the fuck?
Dude, that's so annoying. Okay, go ahead and talk now.
Hello. Yeah, it's still doing it. That's fucking wild.
Is it still doing it to me as well? Oh yeah, it is. It's so when
Yours
that
is
same
harder
little,
to notice because your background is dark.
yeah. When the
But it's
green
definitely
box
doing it.
moves between us, that's what is weirdly
let me
doing
see.
it on
Zoom making the speakers.
Have we checked if this has ever done it?
Than others.
But it's specifically only happening. It doesn't happen in our individual windows. It only happens
No,
in
it's
the
only
combo
happening in the
window.
shared screen. Is it
Right.
a vMix setting?
I guess vMix is doing something weird with it. I don't know.
Oh my God.
We'll just all have to deal with it for the show, and then we'll worry about it
Well,
later.
at least chat will always know who's speaking.
Let's see if Matt Walsh is still eating the town dick.
I hope so. Town
Well,
Dick was
last night he was
my
like-
name in high school.
Maybe he was very much doing the.
Wait. You sound like South Park's JD Vance.
Come on, boss. Nah, not quite. Yeah, we got to do it,
Well, now you
boss.
sound like Smeagol. Yeah.
Clear him. all these people, now he's doing none of this is legal. None of this is a legitimate protest. None of it is protected by the First Amendment. All these people should be in prison. They are violent insurrectionists and should be treated as such. Dude, legitimately, Matt Walsh, I look forward for the day the pendulum swings and suddenly everything is freedom of speech.
The pendulum has swung for Matt Walsh a while ago. He realized pretty quickly on how much he was being eclipsed by Charlie Kirk. Like, it is actually insane how much he was eclipsed. Because this is my thing. This is why I think Charlie Kirk was so popular. As much as I dislike the guy, Charlie Kirk's initial interaction with people wasn't just, I'm going to piss on the libs. Right? That's the Matt Walsh thing. It's why I think Ben Shapiro was so popular. Because his immediate reaction wasn't just, I'm going to rage bait the libs. Matt Walsh said shit out of pocket just to piss people off. And I think at least it would appear pre-Charlie Kirk's death. I don't know what it's like now, but pre-Charlie Kirk's death, it seemed like conservatives were moving away from that type of conservative commentator.
Now Tim Pool is trying to share a thing that literally it is impossible, but is trying to share a video that they think, oh shit, sorry if that audio came through. Did it? Could you hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, that's good. It was basically a whistle in slow motion. Trying to make, basically there's an angle where the cop who shoots the guy, his arm is obstructed. And so because you see that first bullet hit the pavement, they're trying to say, because you can't see that guy's gun who did shoot him, they're basically trying to say that that's an indication that the gun actually, that the bullet originated from the man on the ground. You guys are such fucking just boot sucking chuds. I legitimately hate you. That's why I don't know how to do a fair show today. Dearest, which of these calls do you think are legitimate?
I mean, I just don't know why,
darling.
Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
What do we? I don't really see the point in talking to somebody that agrees with us. Like, yeah, ICE is violating people's constitutional rights. Yep, we agree. There's nothing to talk about.
Stan,
quite literally, there's nothing to talk about.
Stan in Illinois pretending to, there's just no way. So Stan, your pronouns are he, they.
Boys are back, bitches.
I don't even know what he said. What did he even say?
A very poor attempt at rage bait, I think.
I don't know what he said. I just heard, hold your butt, bitches. Get the fucking boot out of your mouth.
By the way, for the auto brightness thing, check the accessibilities. See if there's an accessibility setting possibly if you're the host of the meeting.
It could be. It seems like this would be a problem with vMix integration. Since it doesn't happen to our individual windows, it only happens to that special combined one that vMix is sending back. But we can try. I can try and see if there's something like that. It is annoying me now that you've told me. You've made me notice it.
Oh wait,
can we just turn off the highlight things? Can we turn off those green highlights?
Oh look, I'm Jimmy. Yeah, because it's a.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I just let it play to zero applause.
I'm going to do a whole debate like this. This is the Jeffrey Epstein filter. Don't need that.
Let's see. What about notifications and sound? Video call. Constant, do not disturb. No, these aren't within the meeting. I would love to just turn off the highlight. Or what if we could even change the highlight to like gray? Something that maybe wouldn't.
The green thing? I don't care about the green thing highlighting.
I think that's what's doing it. I think that's what's triggering it. I think it's triggering some video setting. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Please tell me that call in the queue is actually wants to talk about like theism some way. That would be a great.
I doubt it, but they're calling from New Mexico. Hey, the caller who's Rico, you need to call back on the phone. You're calling from America. So if you want to talk, you need to call back using the phone number. We don't take web calls. Let's see. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could turn off that thing. All right. I think it's literally just all fake calls today. Like this is what Michelle in North Carolina and somehow also Japan.
That's not fake. No, I'm in Japan, but I'm from North Carolina.
But
Girl,
you're
what the-
calling from an American number.
Fam, what are those charges
Yeah, I
going to
have an
be?
app. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I have an app that lets me have an American phone number for like a really low flat fee that I only use for calling America.
Got
Okay.
it. Heard.
What's your question, Michelle?
Yeah, so you know, just to quickly clarify, like I am a trans woman. I consider myself, leftist leaning. I'm still kind of like figuring it out. I came very much out of a Christian nationalist background in North Carolina, with a hardcore Christian everything, Christian school, Christian, all that, family. And my view on the whole Second Amendment thing keeps shifting. And so what I'm trying to figure out now is, in this moment, I guess, where is the line for me? Because as someone who was raised to be very pro Second Amendment and pro gun rights, I used to really believe that. I also used to have toxic beliefs about the police, and the police are good and they're out to protect you, and all kinds of privileged, Christian nationalist crap. And I've deconstructed that. And part of deconstructing that is being here in Japan for now on like 12 years, where we have no guns. I feel a lot safer. I feel a lot better. And I have shifted more towards not having guns. But now when I look at this moment, I see, this is the moment where if you ever were going to stand up for like gun rights to defend against your government, like this is it. And no one's doing that. And I just don't know where the line is for me, because
Can I say one thing,
I used to,
Michelle?
yeah.
I don't think the Second Amendment exists. I think that's my stance now. I don't think there's a Second Amendment that can exist when the state will kill you if you have a gun. Right? I just don't think the Second Amendment is real, especially for like people of color.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Second Amendment gives people this false sense of security. I don't believe the workers should ever be unarmed when there's an adversarial state. And unfortunately, under capitalism, there will always be an adversarial state. But like, just plain and simple, like we saw, there was a man who's killed because a gun happened to be in the vicinity. Black people are killed on sight for having a gun on them. There's no Second Amendment, and it's if you're not a certain type of person, the Second Amendment doesn't exist for you.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, definitely there is that level of privileges. Like the Second Amendment exists for white Christians and only white Christians, as we're seeing made pretty clear now. But like, for me, I like a world without guns better. And having lived in a world where there pretty much is no guns now for a long time, I really like that. But I also know that, like, if you're in a place where the government has guns and the police have guns and everybody else can get guns, like it feels to me like the genie's out of the bottle. And so maybe that's just like a distinctly American thing, where that genie is out of the bottle and you can't put it back, the Pandora's box or whatever. But I struggle with this because, and I guess
I think there's a middle ground, right? I think there's a middle ground. I think that no guns is unreasonable. Some guns is fine. Full arsenal is probably also unreasonable. So I think there's somewhere in the middle. Like I said this last night, I think shooting semi-automatic rifles is fun. Like just as a sport, like as an activity to do, it's kind of fun. That doesn't mean these should be our everyday guns. I think handguns, shotguns, and hunting rifles, I have no issue with as like everyday guns. Everything else, I don't really see the purpose of.
I guess for me, I don't see the purpose of any of it anymore, and that's coming from a place of having lived where in a country where they completely got rid of guns. I think I feel like America maybe would be a lot better place. At least the police would be a lot better off if we didn't have armed police.
But remember,
so nice
if
to have
well,
police
that's hold on, that's different. That's different, right? Because like the arming of the state is going to be different from the arming of a citizen. I am completely in favor of the state being unarmed, but citizens know. And if citizens are armed, the state kind of has to be armed to some degree. But like, one thing I want you to just be aware of is just be careful of like coming at this from a place of privilege, because like a lot of like, I'll just speak for my own community. A lot of black communities are too dangerous to unarm. Like it's just too dangerous to live there. These people need to be able to protect themselves, even if they're protecting themselves from each other. They still need to be able to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I totally
I don't know. I just think it's.
I mean, and
I think there's a fine middle line, but until we address the systemic issues that happen in society, and again, I think it's primarily the ones born from poverty and capitalism, we can't like unarming. Prior to addressing systemic wealth inequality is one of the worst ideas I've ever heard of.
Well, and I wouldn't advocate for unarming, because I don't think, I mean, like you said, like the need for the gun is there. You can't put, I don't think you can put that back in the box, right? So it's like, I wouldn't try and take away people's guns in America, but I guess I'm trying to figure out where my moral stance is. Because having gone from one side, which is guns great, yay, to guns bad, I'm glad we don't have it. And then also doing my own research into like the history of the Black Panther Party and you know, how guns were, you know, kind of used by the Black community to, you know, empower themselves, to protect themselves. And that, you know, stirred a lot of this gun rights stuff. Like a lot of this, you know, you see like the history of the NRA and stuff and all that kind of thing. And it's just like a lot of this seems to be, you know, white people being like, well, guns, cool, it's just a part of our life. And then as soon as you see Black people with guns, they freak out and clutch their pearls and panic. And
well, yeah, because again, the Second Amendment wasn't written for Black Americans. I mean, black Americans weren't Americans at the time the Second Amendment was written. It wasn't written for us. And
yeah,
I mean, I guarantee you the founding fathers were not like, yeah, we want to arm slave uprisings. No, they would not have wanted that to happen. So I just think there is a middle line. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, this is what I guess I really want to know is where is the middle line? Because, for example, you see what Tim Walz did when he came out and all the Minnesota officials, right? They've been saying like, you know, this is horrible, this is atrocious. We understand you protest, be peaceful, you know, don't do any sort of violence, don't do anything disruptive, you know, and it kind of feels like they're saying, you know, protest, but don't, you know, do what do you call it? Civil disobedience, you know. And they are saying like, if you do this, you are fueling what ICE wants, which is, you know, the right.
If we do nothing, we're also fueling what ICE wants, which is like this is again, it becomes another. There's a nuance to this, right? Yes, ICE probably wants. There are probably tons of people in ICE who want Americans to start getting violent so that they have an excuse for violence. But as we have seen, they don't need that violence as an excuse. They're going to do it anyway.
Right.
So it becomes this weird line of walking of what do you do? But like, I don't know.
My question is, do y'all agree or disagree with the Tim Walz kind of, you know, be peaceful, don't, you know, agitate?
I think if Tim Walz wanted to do something, he'd send the national. I think if Tim Walz really wanted to do something, he'd send the National Guard in to protect his citizens, but he's not. I think that a lot of these, I don't care what the legality is. Maybe there's a legal reason why he hasn't done that. I don't give a shit. If he wanted to protect his citizens, he'd find a way to protect his citizens from federal forces, right? I think if unfortunately in my community, the only people that have ever protected my community is my community. Right. The Black Panthers are, again, a key, like you brought up earlier, they're a key key proof of that. Police didn't fucking enter into areas the Black Panthers were in. And the Black Panthers were largely a peaceful group. Didn't stop us from getting assassinated. It didn't stop was Fred Hampton from getting his shit taught. There is no, I hate to say there's no winning, because I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true that there is no winning, but it's about finding this ground. Right now, what I really wish people would do is focus on community aid. I think that's like the most important thing right now. I mean, we're being hit with one of the largest ice storms in the history, and the homeless population of America is at its height, right? What are we doing to protect those people in the community? What are we doing to make sure children can walk to school safely without being accosted by ICE or by the police? What are we doing to make sure women can fucking get home from a night out on the town without having to worry about fucking Brock Turner in a back alley somewhere? What are we doing? But all of this shit, and which ties into what I've been talking about for fucking years on my channel. It all is undercut by systemic issues and systemic problems. And we need to address the systemic problems. This is part of why I'm fucking with Mamdani hard right now. He noticed that there are systemic issues. He got, because New York already has 3 and 4-year-old free care. He got New York City 2-year-old care for 2 years. He got that funded because he noticed this was an issue. Parents can't work and take care of their kids when the cost of living is so high. So we need to stop with lip service candidates. Like, if we're just talking like what the average person can do, like, stop with these lip service candidates. What are we fucking doing? I don't want to care about Jasmine Crockett versus James Tellerico, right? I think both are just giving me lip service. I don't care about the lip service anymore. Like, I watched a part of their debate where they were asked plainly, how do you feel about this defunding or abolishing ICE? And they both skirted around it. No, if a candidate can't outwardly tell me we should abolish ICE, you're giving me lip service. And I don't want to do this anymore because you don't give a shit about the systemic issues that are causing all of these problems. You just want to get voted. Yeah. So find community leaders, find people in your actual community that are doing these things and that are trying to get this shit done. And maybe that can start leading to some change. But like, I genuinely can't, for the life of me anymore, handle the lip service from candidates. I can't handle Tim Walz going, I want to keep my citizens safe. Then do it. Do it.
Right?
I don't want to, like, is it states' rights or not?
Feeling.
So sorry, I went on a little rant there. I'm just fucking
feeling, so
annoyed today.
You're cool. I guess I have been feeling frustrated by that because a part of me wants to be like, yeah, this is probably good. You probably shouldn't provoke ICE, blah, 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 blah. Like, playing the pacifist line that I've kind of been on for a long time. And now it's like, now that everyone's up against the wall, I mean, granted, the stakes are drastically lower, me not being in America right now. But like, now that everything's up against the wall, I'm trying to decide, is this time for me to drop the pacifist shit and just move on with it? And maybe it is.
I don't,
that's what I'm wrestling with right now.
Like, I don't understand the pacifist shit either. It's because, and this is going to get me on another rant, but I'm just so sick of the fact that so many people listen to the bullshit white supremacist talking points of, well, Malcolm X did it wrong and Martin Luther King did it right. They were both shot. It doesn't fucking matter if you're a peaceful protester. Not in this fucking society. When does it ever matter if you protested peacefully? They don't give a shit. They don't care about peaceful protests. So I watch all of this and I go, why? Like, you need to sanitize yourself so that and that's what it is. Sorry if this pisses people off. I don't give a fuck. But it might. Also, Chad is telling me Walz did finally call in the National Guard. If he did, great. From what this morning I had read that hadn't happened yet. So if he's done that.
He did, but it doesn't seem like it's to protect citizens. It seems like it's to protect the police.
There should be
the ICE agents. Like, How do you
There
middle
should be
ground the
no
National Guard,
scenario.
right? Like, how does that? Oh,
I don't know. There should be no scenario where we have video footage of a federal officer removing someone's firearm and disarming them, and then watch that person get pumped full of lead more than 5 times. None. That should, what the fuck? And like, I'm more angry than I should be because I've been watching this happen to my people forever. And it feels like, just saying, I'm seeing way more, and it could just be because people are more politically active now, but I'm seeing way more of a rally cry around this than the people that, the people that look like me that have had this happen to them. But at the end of the day, we are watching the state, not Minnesota, but the state is in the federal government. We're watching the federal government act with such impunity that they don't give a fuck what they do. They do not care. They don't give a shit. So eventually, and this is not me making a call to violence, this is just me understanding how history works, there will become a tipping point, like there has been in every authoritarian state, where the people get so fed up that violence is inevitable. I know it happens. Martin Luther King knew that it would happen. Malcolm X for sure knows that it will happen. So build community while you can, so that if something pops off, you have help. You have not help to fight, but you have people there ready to make sure you stay alive.
all right. Well, I got to get going to work. It's like almost 8 a.m. here, and I thank you for the privilege check, because that helped me really cement some things that I've been kind of trying to figure out. And because I agree with pretty much everything you said, I just couldn't like wrap my head around it, I guess. So thanks for that. And y'all,
Yeah,
have good luck with this
for
stream.
sure, Michelle. Thanks. You have a good rest of your day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, I'm just mad.
I don't know what's happening with, so now Bozina, another name, different name now, trying to call again.
Is that the same Bozina?
Hello.
No, it's another one.
I called back from yesterday.
And earlier you called back with the name Jim.
I'm not called Jim.
And yesterday when I called you out as a troll, you hung up.
I'm not troll. Troll have worked out nose.
We can literally hear you trying to not laugh while you talk.
Listen here.
Okay. Well, does your mom know that you're calling us right now?
Banned.
Oh, God.
Rico in New Mexico. Rico, you're on the line with Jimmy and Jovan.
Hello. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we hear
Rico,
you.
we can.
Awesome, cool. How are you guys doing today? Doing good?
No.
Never had a good day.
Yeah. I mean, with everything that's going on, I completely understand, and it's some pretty heavy stuff. So I can empathize with that for sure.
Yeah. The government murdering one of its citizens, pretty heavy stuff.
Yep, and people will still be in denial and find ways to sort of fancily argue about it as if it's a 50-50 thing whenever it's not, So it's pretty sad stuff. So I thought I could lighten maybe the mood by just taking it back to theism versus atheism stuff,
And so you believe in God, correct?
I do. I'm a philosophical theist. So I'm wondering, first of all, what are your guys' approach to things like philosophical theism?
There's no good reason to believe in anything called a God. Whichever framework you use for it isn't going to change my opinion on that.
Okay. Whenever you use that word God and the thing that you're not changing your opinion about, how are you defining God there?
No, you are going to present your position and not try and do, as you've already used your key word. The thing about philosophy boy debates is they aren't real debates, just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is no longer a real card game. It's a series of memorized arguments. So you're going to play your card and find out if I know the memorized counter. And it's not going to be fun for fucking anybody. And it's not going to be the real reason you believe in God. It's not the thing that you're going to be sharing in church. It's going to be the word problem that you present to people that you're hoping you can engage in some sort of like higher level sophistry that nobody will pick up on. So you are welcome to speak in a way that, first of all, we have an audience of how many people are watching right now? 2074. So you are now it's 1891 because that last call was so fucking boring. 1891. I just opened the tab and it uploaded. So you are going to speak and give your presentation, and we're not going to do the playing the cards thing. You're going to explain it in a way that we don't have to slow down the show and make sure that the 1891 people get it. And we're going to talk in terms that actually lead you to the conclusion that God exists, because it wasn't a philosophy bro argument that ever compelled anybody. That is the post hoc. That is that's what they figure out after the fact, as to try and get through it. So that's where we are.
Okay. Look, I sincerely apologize. I'm not sure what it was that I said, but if there was something I said that gave off that impression, I do apologize. I'll go ahead and just try to, build it in a way that's not super like wordy or like Phil bro or anything like that. You guys let me know if I'm crossing any line there, okay? Yeah. So, God is an immaterial cause. Sure. So God is the immaterial cause for universal information. So keeping this in mind, there's 4 steps to the argument. One is that universal qualities can be shared between things. So for example, if you have a cup that's round, you might have a ball that's also round. The roundness is the information, but it's not located anywhere because there's 2 different things that have the roundness, right? So that's proposition 1. Step 2 is that the information which construct these, properties are not located anywhere, which I think I actually just said. So we can just skip to step 3. Not located anywhere implies immaterial rather than material, right? Therefore, an immaterial cause for the information behind universals exists. In philosophy, we call this the problem of universals, or Platonism. It's also why, according to the Phil survey from 2009, the majority of philosophers and PhDs were Platonists.
Yeah, Rico, I don't care. Look, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you. I don't fucking care. I genuinely don't give it, right now, as I already said, I'm in a piss poor mood because we're justifying the murder thing, and you are sitting here doing exactly what I was talking about. I'm going to define God as this thing, and because things can share roundness, and we agree that the roundness is an actual property, but therefore it's immaterial, even though, you know what? I'll just fucking give you what you want. Roundness is subjective, Rico. It's all subjective. So it does exist. It exists in the minds of the lonely hearts. Okay? I don't give a fuck about playing the fucking philosophy bro cards. Do you believe in the Christian God, Rico?
No. I only.
Do you believe in the Muslim God, Rico? Do you believe in a God of Abraham? Do you believe?
No.
Okay. Do you believe in a thinking agent God?
A what?
A thinking agent God with will and desires and purposeful creation.
Maybe. I think it depends on how we define that, but I guess
okay, great.
No,
well, right now we're doing a debate show.
No.
There technically is a purpose to the debate show. I don't want to just fucking jerk off for everybody, despite what people may think. I'm not here to fucking jerk off. Theism is ruining the fucking world. And if you're just saying, I'm in the category with these guys, and even though I don't agree with anything that they believe in, here's the premises, and which premise do you disagree with? And I just played my trap card. I don't fucking care.
No, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to win or anything. I just want to understand. I do apologize if I crossed any kind of line. I do.
No, man,
I'm sorry.
Rico, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even know that you didn't technically not accept any. I'm going to express it in the only way I know how, which is mockery. I don't fucking care, Rico. You probably didn't do anything wrong, but I don't fucking care. Okay. Whether your God exists or not is not what's ruining the world. You existing in the category of theism for what is honestly just a fucking word problem where it's like, oh my God, and the jacking off and you don't even know whether I don't care. It's so fucking masturbatory. And I just, right now, legitimately, unless there is an impact on society tied to the God you believe in, I think I just don't care.
Okay, I understand.
Is there an impact to society based on the God you believe in? Does he care if we masturbate on air? Or she?
I
or they?
I guess not. I'm sorry.
All right.
I
You
didn't
probably
mean to
didn't.
make
No,
your night
don't
worse.
apologize. You
Have a good
probably didn't
evening.
do anything wrong. I just don't care.
Okay.
Sorry, Rico.
Okay, no worries. All right, have a good night. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Did you want that one, Jovan? Because I don't care.
I don't really care about the Phil Broing conversations as much.
At this point, if your belief in a God comes down to an abstraction of like, then there's technically, but I can't give you any qualities of it. But listen through.
I don't like the whole actualized first mover nonsense anyway. It's all.
If there's zero
Blah,
chance
blah,
a
blah.
single person will ever oppress another person with your belief in God, I don't care about it. Because this is why we're here. Like, I get it that we are atheists, and that's true. But this is a humanist channel. It's a leftist channel. Atheism is so, like, the bottom level of it. Atheism is barely a thing.
Yeah, I could buy on Facebook Marketplace the complete Barron Trump adventure collections for $30.
How much did he get of that $30? Are you going to watch this stupid fucking Melania documentary, by the way?
I figured we both will.
Watch party?
Travels and adventures of little Baron Trump and his wonderful dog Bulger. Bulger? Their dog's name is Bulger?
I
that's
play Pot of Greed, which allows me to
BB
draw
Dream.
2 cards.
The
This
worst thing
card
Yu-Gi-Oh
says
ever
you
did
gay.
was try to convince me that Joey Wheeler is like the 3rd best duelist in the world. Get the fuck out of here.
So you're telling me that if I play a card and you play a trap card, that gets to go on my turn? He says on the...
Yug.
What up, Yugi? You're
Now he calls him
telling
Yug.
me...
Calls him Yug. Whoever decided at 4 kids that Justin Wheeler would have a fucking New York accent is a genius, by the way. That's what we're doing, Yug.
Zed, I already said it at the beginning. You don't have to delete people. Guys, mods, chill, okay? Zed's right. Why have people call in if you're going to have a shit attitude? I probably should have more politely said to the last person, like, this isn't really the, like, there's zero stakes to you changing your beliefs. It's not even really incompatible with atheism. It's redefined. It's doing an equivocation thing.
I mean, he might still be listening if you want him to call back.
No, I don't want him to call
apologize.
back because I don't want to do that call. I don't want to talk to Rico about about it.
Do you think $100 is worth it for a Yu-Gi-Oh dual disc?
Is that how much they are now?
I think
is it the
I think
original?
the official. This is the. I think it's the 50th or the 25th anniversary edition.
Oh, if
but
it was
like
the original,
a
$100
licensed
would have
one,
been a steal.
a licensed one right now is I think like $90. Here's the thing. Listen. I could have talked to Rico, but my problem is, I like what Justin does now, where he turns on the Philbro timer. And Philbros only have a certain amount of time they can Philbro before he's like, you're not allowed to talk anymore because you Philbroed too much. It's just, I agree when you said it's masturbatory.
Dude, it's
if you can't have your argument in a way that everyone in the audience can understand what you're talking about, there's no reason to have the argument. Like a better person to talk to would be like one of like an actual philosophy person. But what I've noticed about Phil Bros is they jerk each other off. Not Rico. I don't know what Rico does, but like when I talk to Phil Bros, it's very clear that they've been jerking each other off in a Discord server for fucking 2 years. And now they want to try to bring their, do you ever notice? Can y'all name me one like major Phil Bro philosopher who's like big in the debate world or even in like the YouTube world? Maybe like that's
it's William
come
Lane
out of
Craig,
like,
and that's even a stretch because he's more of an apologist who took Phil Bro shit.
yeah, like I would say maybe you got like Alex O'Connor can be pretty philosophically minded, but he knows how to then reword the stuff he's saying to an audience. I'm sorry if the way you talk makes me sound like you're reading out of a book, not like a philosophy book, I'm going to sleep.
Christians, call in and tell us why Christianity is true. You, I do want to talk to. I know I was a little short with Rico.
Apologist pot of greed.
This lets me draw 19 cards. This lets me draw my whole deck and play it in any order I want. It gives me unlimited spell spaces.
I'm losing this game, but here is this random card I pulled out that gives me instant victory if played. I do game good.
You know that like the lore, the actual like manga confirms that was the magic of the Millennium Puzzle, and so he was actually cheating.
Oh
like,
yeah, no. Most of Yugi's wins are not fair wins.
Right. The magic of the puzzle is literally is when he really needs to draw a card, he does. So when he tells other people trust in the heart of the cards, it's not even true. The heart of the cards is he can move them, the other people can't. Only he has that power.
Did you ever read original Yu-Gi-Oh? Like before it was Duel Monsters? Yeah, when it was they played a different game every chapter of the manga, and like people straight up died.
Did you ever play like the old Game Boy game version? Like the old one.
But we should play like download a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Nintendo just released on Switch, and it's on Switch 2 as well, like the whole collection up through I can't remember
Yu-Gi-Oh!
The ones
is the type
from the
of game
early
that
2000s.
I think is perfect for VR. Not even gonna front you.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! VR sick.
Pendulums gone. You get XYZ. You get fusions. You get but fucking no pendulums. None of those blue assholes. The game is fucking horrible now. And
I only like Yu-Gi-Oh! When they're playing it while driving motorcycles. That's the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D.
But at least the rules were fine. The rules were fine then.
It's so funny that they said, okay, we have this kind of okay story with Yami Yugi and all this crazy mystical shit.
We're gonna
do a grounded story about a kid at a duelist camp. And what are we gonna do for the next series, guys? I swear the writer said motorcycles.
Bruh.
Put them on motorcycles.
That's the shit. This is not a real call either.
Tell me if there wasn't a Olympic event where you rode around on motorcycles while playing a card game that you wouldn't watch it every 4 years.
This isn't a real call. Elijah from Canada, you're on the line with Jimmy and Jovan. When you got up today and decided you were going to pretend to be a leftist ally, would you go like watch some Hassan? What'd you do? You were like, I'm going to go watch some Hassan and be like, I'm going to pretend I'm going to nail this thing. Oh, this guy's great.
No, I'm fully serious, bro.
Yeah, you're fully serious, Elijah. You've always been a leftist, right?
Yeah.
Have you called in before?
Like leftists.
Have you ever called in and been like, should we put people with who won't say pronouns? Hey, let me ask you, Elijah. Should we put people who won't use your pronouns in prison?
No, that's kind of ridiculous.
Okay, but then what's your question? Actually, I liked Javon's thing. Name three leftists.
3 leftists?
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders, of course.
Nope.
Chris Valenti. You don't think Bernie Sanders is a leftist?
I'll give you Chris Valenti. I won't give you Bernie Sanders.
Why do you think Bernie Sanders is not a leftist?
After you finish your list.
All right, so Chris Valenti, Kyle Kalinske, he's pretty goated. I can't really think of a third, to be honest.
Jesus
you don't like Kyle
Christ.
Kalinske either?
I think Kyle Kalinske is a sock dem.
I literally just learned about this man the other day, and now I've heard his name like 7 times.
You've probably seen him back in the day. Just see him before he had his midlife crisis and decided to turn his hair the same color as his skin.
I want to, just because I'm bored, I'll engage in this acting exercise with you, Elijah. You could be real.
Let's hear it.
Right now, I'm saying reserved. What's your question for us? I'm going to engage. You're on a short leash. You could be real. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna keep the leash short.
All good, man. All good. I was wondering, this may be a silly question. I was wondering what you think of re-education camps for Trump supporters, current-day Trump supporters, not the ones that were duped into voting him, although they shouldn't have in the first place. but current day Trump supporters who are, quite frankly, too stupid to live in society.
What do we think about re-education camps?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not
Not to
for
block
any
and shit,
type
but,
of.
you know,
I'm not for any type of forced camp.
well, not a literal camp. I'm not sure what else you would call it, but like schooling, whatever the fuck, because these people are.
Is
I
it
think-
mandatory?
Wait, just to answer this
Like
question.
mandatory, yeah, like-
Well, it might be a camp, but to answer this question really quickly, I actually think empathy training is really important for some people. And I think that we should offer people empathy training. But I think what will better help because a lot of people that are dumb MAGA are poor MAGA, not because poor makes you dumb, but just because like that's just the nature of the beast. I actually think we should just like help them in their material conditions, and then they will start to be like, "Oh, I was drinking the Kool-Aid."
Word. Yeah, sorry. It's kind of like a stupid question. I'm just curious.
It's so stupid. One wonders if you need to have some sort of mandatory education at some location where you're not allowed to.
I just might
say no.
I just might.
Could
Okay,
be.
should I buy Dragon Ball Z Hyper Dimension $30? It was a game for the Nintendo NES, only released in Japan.
I've never.
I don't even own an NES.
I've never been able to finish an episode of Dragon Ball Z, nor do I enjoy.
Okay,
Dragon Ball
well
Z.
now I think Jimmy's the fake leftist.
Yeah, imposter.
Tell me about it. All right, well, that was really about it. But you guys have a great day.
Okay.
I saw Jimmy kill Elijah in comms. He's the imposter. Never mind. Goodbye, Elijah.
All right.
Hey, Christians.
We have fun here.
Hey, Republicans. I know why you're not calling. You know today it's not defensible. But what if you gave it your best shot anyway?
We know that you have no good argument, but just give us your best one.
I don't know if I'm not a weeb. I like animes. I just never liked Dragon Ball Z.
Name 3 animes.
The ones I watched, or just ones that I like, or just ones that exist.
You can go ones you watched.
Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, but I'll count that as just the one. 7 Deadly Sins, and do I want to admit that I watched both the original and Shippuden series, or do I want to keep that to myself?
Naruto's
now,
goated.
Do we want to get pure? Oh, I forgot this is a safe space to admit that I liked Naruto, and I don't care to explain why. What?
Naruto's fantastic. There's no reason to not to be.
Jovan, I should have known that you liked it. Okay, that's all I care to say. I don't care to explain myself. I also liked it, but I can't usually share that in a lot of spaces.
MAGA, where you at? Christians, where you at? God isn't real. MAGA sucks. Pee pee poo poo.
I also dated a person who introduced me to ecchi, and I've never been the same. Name 3 ecchi series you watched, Jovan.
God, no.
You're like, I won't.
I'm not touching that with a 100-foot pole.
There was one when I was like 20. There was one that was basically Pokemon, but with big titties. It was called Sekirei.
I like every time I try to watch Fire Force, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, why is she fighting fires with her boobs out?
Yeah. So Sekirei, when I say the Pokemon had the titties, they were people with powers that had to fight each other, and you tried to collect the ones you could get and then try and beat the champion. Anyway, that shit was wild. Oh man!
Good. It's called Digimon.
It's called Digimon. That is good.
Digimon really is. What would happen if this cute little adorable creature grew up and got boobs and guns?
I see you asking. I am so surprised we are sustaining an audience while we've got another call screening now, but between call screenings,
the audience loves us
and loves anime. No, yeah, I was gonna say usually. I gotta keep calls. I have not seen One Piece, and it's because of what you say. It's so long that I can't.
I know from a leftist perspective, One Piece slaps. I get it. Totally get it. And when they release the One Piece, I will watch it 100. I will watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When it gets sanded down and they get rid of the fluff, I'll watch it all.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a text from Jovan. Are you going to join my Queensblade fan club? You degenerate.
I don't have my bag in here. I used a gotcha machine when I was at Epcot today and spent $20 on a Dragon Ball Z little gotcha figure that's like this tall. I got to go get it from my bag and put it together.
Have you shown everybody what you want at trivia while you were here yet?
Oh, he's literally right there. Remember how I told you it doesn't stand up?
Right. Didn't come with a stand. Anyway, people.
Clearly, it's supposed to stand like this. Right?
Oh, can we get back to the title? Can we take Elijah off?
It doesn't even have
a thing
to sit. It's clearly supposed to sit like this.
That's pretty funny, though.
But instead, it just sits.
That's pretty funny.
It's so nice show.
Did somebody like figure out an app where you can just cycle and change phone numbers? Is that what happened today?
There's tons of them.
Is that what's happening? We're like losing every call. What happened with the last one, dearest?
Jovan, of course, you go to Epcot on my day off. I'm at Epcot like 3 times a month.
All right, well, you can screen that one. We'll see if we try to do it, guys.
Wait, I'm gonna go get this figure. I'll be right back.
You know, we want to do a good show. Usually, like we run the show on good calls. We run the show. We put clips up after the fact, but just like we're just so fucking cooked right now, and it's hard because it's not. It's not outside of the realm of possibility that we're hitting a turning point. That this is a fully blatant, obvious execution. Renee Good was murdered also, let's be clear. But it's not as though, as a leftist and as a skeptic, I don't understand what they're using and how they are framing it to get people to be like, well, is there enough of a gray area and, split second decisions and the car was moving and all that kind of stuff. It's not as though it was a murder. It wasn't justified. It violated policies. It was absolutely wrong, but it wasn't as blatant. This was blatant. And on their terms. We're being peaceful. Yes, I'm carrying a firearm, which is what you guys do and say you value. What happened with that one? Are people just calling and hanging up? What is happening?
It's the same group of like little boys that just keep calling and doing dumb accents.
Oh, just ban them all.
I have been.
Yeah. Now they're trying to circulate also. Just unfounded, just made up like this guy was also known as Nurse Tickles because he wanted to molest kids kind of shit. Like they it's literally like they immediately go to what can we say about the person to make people stop actually caring about them? What can we say about them to make people separate from what happened? Because literally, there is nothing about this, nothing about that guy that you could add to being about him before he showed up that day, that the person who murdered him, knew. That the justice system had declared he was worthy of death for. All you saw was a blatant murder. And if it could happen to him, it can happen to you.
Not it can. It will.
Yeah.
It is going to hit a point. Trump has been laying the seeds to be able to take out leftist opposition. It will happen to you. By the way, this is how big this figure is. It costs $20 from a gotcha machine. It said 12, but then I looked at the charge and the charge was 20.
I just felt I deserved a tip.
Just the tip?
Just the tip. Oh, man.
But I did get the one I want. There were 4 of them for Dragon Ball Daima, and I got Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is the one I wanted.
Yeah. Just
Somebody
so those
said-
kids who have been calling know, we've actually been getting your numbers down. We are going to make sure your parents find out.
Oh, I'm going to send it to my lawyer.
We can't. I mean, legally, no. But literally, we can find out where the accounts come from and give them to your parents. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Someone
Little
said
fucking
they're a
weirdos.
leftist, but they have a question for us. Can they call in? At this point, I would say yes because.
Well,
fucking
no,
Christ.
they're a leftist, but what?
They just had like a question for us about something.
Fine, we'll take questions. We'll take super chat questions too. There are call screening. We'll see. Man. Johan thinks today must be my day. Today they'll lower their standards to have me on. If that's the Johan who's called before.
Okay. He's a cool little guy. Cool little. Oh well, he's not focusing. There he goes. He's a cool little guy.
It's cool looking, yeah. I once saw some people playing a fight like a Dragon Ball Z fighting game. I thought it looked kind of nice. I'd like somebody to call in and talk about Jesus. Somebody call in and explain to us why we should believe Jesus existed and was the Son of God. First existed.
I would fucking. You know what? I'll set up my stream with a full fucking Christian background. Swear to God. Because I'm not on mine today. Have you ever been to Epcot? When you lived in Florida, did you ever go to Epcot?
No, I only went to the worst one.
They have
the one with Aerosmith, MGM Studios, I think it's called.
Oh, now it's Hollywood Studios. Now it has Star Wars, so it's great. They have an anime or like a Japanese store in the Japan area that I think you would like, just because it's like pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna goad Christians. Let me pull up my stream. What should I say? God is evil. Christianity's false. Your mother was a whore and sucked cocks in hell.
I don't believe in hell, but I do believe in your mama's ass. Hey.
That scene changed my life as a child.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's from Exorcism, where the priest is like, the power of Christ compels you. And she goes, your mother sucks cock in hell.
That's funny.
It's like great. We got some callers now, hopefully.
But that one's not really like a. I don't know. I don't even know why. That's not. Sure. Michael, we'll do this very quickly. We don't do like testimony meetings or whatever. It seems like you're just calling to say that this was the point. This was your tipping point and you're leaving MAGA?
Yeah, because regarding the ICE shooting that killed, Alex yesterday, and I'm sorry for using that word on the air, on the live. My stance is changing.
This isn't TikTok. Just say killed.
Okay, sorry about that. He was disarmed. He was shot to death. And I can't stop sucking my dick. I'm a faggot.
Technically, your sexuality is autophilia if you're sucking your own dick.
Also, was that funny? Was that? I must have missed the.
Hey, Michael, you sucking your own dick is the only time it gets wet. Michael's got a dry pee-pee. That pee-pee so dry. Who's going to tell us about Jesus? I just put a poll in the chat so you guys can answer if Jesus is the Son of God. My head kind of hurts. Oh, man. What a day. Also, the roads right now are fucking crazy here. So we didn't get snow. We got several inches of sleet. You know what sleet is? Because I didn't really know what it was. I was aware of it in general. but I never got sleet in Denver. Never got sleet in Wyoming. You don't get sleet. You get snow. So I didn't know about sleet all that much. Anyway, we got inches of sleet. So right now we just have multiple inches that have hardened together of just ice covering the road.
So I literally
covering the
left it
sidewalks.
at the right time.
Oh yeah. I mean, we should be good by Tuesday because it's supposed to be in the 40s on Tuesday. So not a big deal. It's even going to be sunny tomorrow, even though it'll still be cold. It'll be sunny tomorrow. We'll be fine. But yeah, it is what it is.
I'm about to go live on mine with a fuck Christianity background. So hopefully we can get some. I put Christianity is false. The Christian God is evil. No compelling external evidence for God. Christ is not the Messiah. So I'm pretty sure that'll get somebody.
Who's on Skep Talk tomorrow? Do we know? Should you and I try and do a little something beforehand tomorrow to make up for me not having it today? Give us a day.
I can't do tomorrow, unfortunately.
I should be back with Ari on Tuesday evening. She's excellent. Let's see.
This is the week I'm on with Matt, right? I think I'm on with Matt this week.
I don't watch that garbage. I don't watch our channel. That garbage channel. Let me just go take a look.
I'm on with Matt on Thursday.
I'm getting the impression that Dearest is running into more trolls. Excuse me. Or don't. I already told you today in the day. Tomorrow is Forrest and Shannon, so we definitely have to be earlier in the day, but maybe we'll do something earlier in the day tomorrow. We're still going. Look, calls can still come in. Hey guys, why Jesus? Why Jesus? Okay?
Because he's pretty.
He's a pretty guy. Pretty guy. Why Jesus? Guys, they literally killed this dude.
That's why I love when people are like, Jesus died for your sins. I'm like, no, he didn't. He was killed. He was he didn't die for my sins. He died because he was an enemy of the state.
Yeah. I love too, you get people who just write on Twitter, yes, Tim, he shot first. It's been reported not only did he come armed, but he carried no identification, including his permit to carry card, which he's legally required to possess, and he scrubbed his social media. If true, why would you scrub your social media? Please verify. Please verify means I just heard these things. I don't have a good reason to believe it. Please verify. I'm just going, could you be my Google? I can be your Google, baby. You're so tired from thinking for yourself. You're so exhausted for driving. Did somebody try to make you think? Did somebody try, Dearest? Is this going to be what I think?
He might be the person that was a leftist that said they had a question for us.
All right, fine. Jeremiah in Georgia. What? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Hi, Jimmy. I'm calling in. I have a genuine question, okay? I'm wondering if there's any genuine reason to identify with MAGA, or if there's any ideological appeal to MAGA besides being bigoted, a transphobe, a homophobe, I wanted to hear your answer on that.
Is there something you would propose I should feel unified with their political platform over?
I would just answer the question real simple with a no.
If you mean MAGA the individuals,
yeah,
MAGA the individuals, when you get them to actually start talking about their interests and what they would like to see change, you will find they have a lot of leftist ideas. But MAGA the cult followers seem to not be savable. So it's like within the context of like, what do you mean, the people or the ideology?
I was thinking more so the ideology, because I was thinking, is there any, what can MAGA give you that the left can't give you, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's all, you're right the first time. It's all thinly veiled white supremacy. And truthfully, it's white supremacy bred out of the fact that the rich people in MAGA want to maintain their wealth. Truthfully, it's rich capitalism that uses white supremacy for its benefit.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Gang. Was that your only question?
Well, thanks, Jovan. Nope, that was all I had to ask. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you.
See ya.
Word. Dude, Jimmy, I bought a 5-gallon jug of water yesterday. Because I just bought a water cooler because my tap water here is terrible. Like undrinkable.
Yeah.
It
smells like
gone.
sulfur. Florida's awful.
It is legit. Even the water coming out of my fridge is not good. So I bought a water cooler. 5-gallon jug is almost cooked. It's been...
Dude, so there are these things that you can buy that basically fill up is it a carafe or a carafe? I don't know how to say it. I've only ever seen it spelled. You know what I'm talking about? You put water in. It's like the same stuff a coffee pot is. Anyway, I don't know how to pronounce it. And it's like a 5-filter system. It's the same kind of system. You could literally use this system to make water, like your base water for a fish tank. It will clear everything out. And they make ones that can fit on the countertop. You can do like 2 liters at a time or so.
I should take a look at that. Yeah, the water here is just so bad. The water from my fridge in my last place was fine.
Oh, but you're not. Dude, I was over here thinking like, oh shit, you're like stuck. Oh, they're saying it rhymes with giraffe. You're stuck, and you're not frozen out. You can just go get more water.
Yeah, no, I can. I'm just saying that it's crazy that I've almost finished a 5-gallon jug in a day.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's not just me. I mean, there's a bunch of people.
Oh,
still.
I was gonna say that would indicate something's very wrong if just you. But no, yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot to go through.
No, I just drink a lot of water. Hey, atheists, if you're joining my stream, or I'm sorry, atheists, theists, Christians, if you're joining my stream, Christians, hey, why do you guys believe fake shit? I don't want to hear a single person go to me, man can't be women when you believe a dude came back from the dead. Fuck you.
Caleb in Illinois. Caleb, you're on the line with Jimmy and Jovan.
Hi, Jimmy.
Just go to bed.
I'm a big fan of you guys. I'm an atheist.
Me more than Jimmy, right?
Grappling a lot.
That's an inside joke.
I've been grappling a lot with my past. I grew up very much Lutheran, very hardcore Lutheran, and I left the church a long time ago. You know, I'm 36 and I left it in my teens, but my son, who is 18 months old, was recently diagnosed with cancer, and I find myself really grappling with my past because I really want there to be an afterlife, and because I want to be able to see my son again if, you know, the unfortunate happens. But at the same time, as an atheist, I'm really struggling to kind of reconcile that thought. And I guess I was just wondering if you guys had an opinion on whether or not an afterlife is compatible with atheism, or if there's just no room for that.
I mean, if you want to get very technical, atheism itself isn't incompatible with an afterlife because atheism means very little. My beliefs as a secular humanist, of whatever philosophical terms people want to do, I only believe in the material world. And those things are incompatible, but technically whether you believe in an afterlife or not does not designate whether or not you believe in a God or not. They're technically separate things. That said, I don't believe there is an afterlife. I don't necessarily want to tell a father of a dying child, like, that's not going to happen. But you've called, and I'm going to be honest. I don't think death is meant to be something we can... Basically, what you're asking is, I've already kind of figured out which denial system I'd like to grieve through. And, you know, it's a natural part of the grief cycle. So I'm not going to tell you, like, you're bad or you're wrong or you're stupid for going there. But ultimately, we grieve for the dead because they're dead. And so, or, you know, in theory, that's why we should grieve for them. And that's why we should make of the best of what we have and who we have while we have them. So I don't have any hope for you that there is an afterlife. I think that it is very, very unlikely, and that everything we know about life suggests that when you die, that's it.
I also just think, at least like if we're looking at like a theist afterlife, like it sounds like torture.
Yeah.
Living for eternity sounds terrifying. The only afterlife I'd like it to be is the afterlife from a good place. I think that's like best afterlife design that we've seen so far on like TV and stuff. But I don't believe in an afterlife. I'm like Jimmy. I just believe when you die, it's not even nothing, because like nothing would imply that they're like it's lack of. I just think it's lack of existence.
I'll tell you too, Caleb, I think it will be better for you if you accept the passing in the long run. But I also understand that when you're in the face of like horrendous grief, as would be losing the life of your child or something, it's not like you're gonna sit there and be like, oh well, right now what I'm really thinking about is what'll get through me this the healthiest or the fastest or anything. It's hard not to focus on anything besides what is the devastating loss of somebody you love. And so, when you're ready, if that is the future, and you're ready to grieve, I think that you should approach it. You should find secular therapy and not resort to systems of denial of like, I'm going to see him again. I think you should actually properly grieve. I think it's even the most respectful thing to the deceased to actually grieve their loss, to actually identify their loss as a loss. And so, but I don't know, Caleb, but that's what I can tell you, I believe, but I'm not here to try and debate you out of whatever comfort you're getting at the potential loss of your son.
So thank you for that perspective. I think it's just, I'm trying to enjoy every day that I can, and that's really all that we can really ask for. And it's just, I think it's just hard to be in this position and not want there to be some kind of continuation, because it's just so difficult to think of a life without, my son in it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It's one of those things where it doesn't help to the individual who's going through it. It doesn't help to hear about how this happens to everybody. Well, not everybody, but it happens to a lot of people. It happens a lot in everything. It's a bit like being stabbed and then people trying to comfort you, like with the knowledge that lots of people get stabbed. And you're like, and yet I'm still thinking about being stabbed right now. So, yeah, I don't know. I this is all I have for you at the moment.
Like this, no, I thank you guys a lot just for this perspective. I know that this was probably not what the call you wanted to take on, such a heavy thing that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
But thank you for your perspective. And
sure.
To me, honestly, like this, I don't know. I just really hate any theist that says like, oh, God knows what your child, wanted, and he'll live forever praising God and whatever. When the reality is, I just want to see him again. And
I get it. Yeah. Yeah, Caleb, I wish I had better for you. I mean, Recovering from Religion is the resource we give everybody in these sorts of situations, because they will connect you to people that, if you're in crisis, they have their own crisis line, and then they will connect you connect you to resources that aren't going to try and take advantage of your vulnerability to move you into a spirituality and start taking your money. They'll connect you with secular therapists. They'll connect you with group therapy and group activities and things like that. And so, I recommend resources like that. I'm certainly no expert. I just can't perpetuate relying on a belief that is not well-founded, even if I feel so much empathy for the person and for their motivation for having that belief.
Well, thank you for the resource suggestion. I'm definitely going to check it out. and hopefully you'll get some dumbass MAGA calling to help cheer me up, because I would love to hear you dunking on him.
I appreciate you, Caleb.
Thanks,
man.
guys, so much. I hope you have a good one.
You too. I've only glimpsed. Is there a guy in chat basically talking about like how good he would do if he called in, and that's why he's not going to call in because it would be too embarrassing for us. Is that basically what's happening? That seems to be what's happening. Yeah, I'm not. I think I saw you don't want me to call in and embarrass. I do, actually. I do want you to call in. I want you to call in and prove you can embarrass me. I bet, because I believe you can't. I believe whatever belief difference we have, and that you believe you'd be able to embarrass me over the facts. I suspect, without apparently challenge, that the opposite of what you're saying will happen, that you will in fact leave embarrassed, much as I think you do from any date you go on. Just kidding, you've never gotten a date. Anyway, call in, baby boy.
I think I have.
You want to start off with Chris? I could use a bathroom break.
Yeah, I'll knock it. Coming up next is Chris. Chris from New Jersey. You're on with Jovan and soon to be Jimmy. Chris, sorry, can you just tell us, we have an audience that's going to be addressing you. Would you prefer they call you he, she, they, or something else?
No, thank you. They can all refer to me as Chris.
Okay, well, they're not going to do that. So would you like them to call you he, she, they, or something else?
Don't address me.
They're going to address you. So would you like them to address you? They're going to. So would you like them, when they do address you, which they will do, they will either address you as he, she, they, or something else. Which one would you prefer?
Sir.
Okay, so I'm assuming you he, him. If they said this is Chris, he's going to the doctors, would you be mad at that? Sir isn't a pronoun, it's an honorific. Sir isn't a pronoun, it's an honorific.
You just asked me. Okay.
Yep, sir is not a pronoun, it's an honorific.
What's the etymology of the word you just used for reference purposes?
The etymology of what?
The etymology of the word. The word.
Of what word? Used. Which word?
The word you just attached to pronoun.
What
I'm guessing
word?
It's an adjective, correct?
Whatever what word? What are you talking about?
Word. You know the
honorific?
Big word you just used, right?
I didn't attach honorific to pronoun.
Okay, what's the etymology of the word for my reference?
Honorifics are titles. They're just like titles given to people. I don't know what the etymology is, but like the definition of an honorific would be it's like title.
Okay.
It's like a calling someone doctor or mister. They're honorifics. I don't know what this has to do with the pronoun. Honorifics are different from pronouns. I don't know what the etymology is. Honorific? I don't know what the etymology is for honorific. I don't know the history of the word honorific.
Okay, I just wanted to.
This is not going well for you.
You use a significant. You use a significant word, and I just want it for my reference. So
etymologies wouldn't tell you what. Wait.
History.
What? Hold on. What is the purpose of the history? What is the word? Chris, you're embarrassing yourself. What would be the purpose of the history of the word honorific? What does that do for you?
Okay, because I like to know the words in which I'm using. So I know the history of it to make sure I'm using it within the right content.
The history of a word wouldn't tell you if you're using. Wait, the history of a word wouldn't tell you if you're using it in the right context. The definition would tell you if you're using it in the right context.
So where does the word aqua? Is that Greek? Is there a meaning to aqua? And if you were attach it to another word, wouldn't that give you the meaning of that word because of the prefix? No.
Nope, that would be the definition would give you the meaning. The etymology is going to tell you the origin of the word. It's not telling you etymology doesn't tell you a definition. It tells you an origin. No.
Aquatic.
That's not how definitions work.
You take the prefix of the word aquatic, aqua. What does aqua mean in Greek?
That's not how definitions work.
Help me out.
It's not how definitions work.
I guess, but
embarrassing. So again, would you like the chat to refer to you as he, she, or something else?
Okay.
I'm just waiting.
Sir, you're telling me you can't find the definition of a word through the prefix. You take the first part of that word And if it's Greek, Latin, you see what that means.
That's not how etymology works. But
Oh,
do
that's
you
not
want
what-
this? Do you want no? Do you want the
I
chat
got
to
you.
refer to you
Sir.
as he, she, they, or something else?
Or something else. My something else is sir.
When I ask something else, I'm talking about a different pronoun. Sir is an honorific. We
Oh,
don't use
different
honorifics.
Okay, sir.
Unless you're a
I said
doctor.
sir.
Doctor would be the only honorific that I would honor here.
I'm a doctor. Doctor.
Okay,
Unless
what is
you're
your
gonna ask for
doctorate in?
proof. I want to. Yeah.
What is your
Philosophy.
doctorate in?
There we go. So
You have a doc
philosophy.
from where?
From Harvard University. There we go. Okay, so can
When
we
did you get your
continue?
degree?
Or you're gonna go? Oh,
Well, no,
Lord.
I just need to verify
you just
your
asked me a
stances.
question. Why are you trying to verify? Why
What?
are you
I
trying
asked
to
you when you
verify?
got your
just
degree.
asked. You said the only thing that you're going to honor is if you have a doctorate. I just told you I have a
I'm
doctorate.
not going to call
So
somebody a
let's just continue
doctor
the
if they're not
conversation.
actually a doctor.
Oh yeah,
That would just be
I
weird.
suppose. Okay, yeah, it would be, but I just told you I was. I can't, no emails to send you a doctorate degree. I have a degree from
Okay,
Harvard in philosophy. Let's
little
continue the
embarrassing.
conversation. This is
A little
awesome.
embarrassing, but
I know.
okay. A little embarrassing. Now you said that you said to the call and screener that you can. Oh, stop talking, please. You said to the call and screener you could give a rebuttal to Christianity being false. Is this correct?
Repeat your statement. I'm sorry.
Oh, were you not listening?
No, I was listening. I just need you to repeat it.
Seems like you weren't listening, or I wouldn't have to repeat it, would I?
No, I want to make sure I heard you correctly.
What do you
and
think I
therefore,
said?
I'm asking you to. Everything is not a debate. Everything is a
Sure.
title
What do you
is not a
what do you
debate.
what do you
Pronouns
what do you think
pronouns
I
are not a
said?
debate. Everything.
I agree. The
Everything is
pronouns
not a
was a
debate.
question, and you
Go-
failed at
go
answering
ahead.
that question.
Okay, go ahead
What do
with
you
your
think I
question.
said?
Okay. Go. Okay.
What is it you
Go
think
ahead
I?
with your
What is it
question.
you
I'm
think I
listening
asked
to
you? Yeah. Well, what do you
Okay.
think I asked
Go
you?
ahead. Okay. Go ahead with your question. I'm listening. You're
I want to
doing
know what
your
you.
best.
I
I'm
want to know what you
listening
think
to
I
Go
asked you.
Okay, sir. Go
You
ahead
have an
with
answer
your
for that
question,
or no?
please. I did
My
not
question
get the
is,
full
what do you think I asked you?
I did not get the full context of the question that you were asking me. What I wanted to discuss on your show. Could you please
Okay,
go
so you
forward?
weren't listening. Got it. I'll ask it again. No problem. You think you can
Thank
give
you
a
for
rebuttal to
repeating
the
yourself.
statement that Christianity is false? Is this correct? Do you have a rebuttal to that statement?
Yeah. So the first statement, I feel really bad for the last caller. He genuinely sounded distraught.
We don't.
And
I don't.
atheism,
we don't talk
you
about the
guys-
last callers on this show. I don't care about the last. I'm asking. Do you have an answer?
Beautiful.
Do you have a rebuttal to the
Beautiful.
statement?
Not
Christianity is false. We're not going to
beautiful.
talk about a previous
I'll
caller.
throw out the
We're going to
last
focus on
caller.
this call.
So atheism adds no grounds as far as comfort, ethics, or morality to death.
Great.
Atheists
That's not a
only
rebuttal to
deals
Christianity
with
being false.
Okay. Atheists only deals with the here and now. I'm giving you my exegesis. So just give me, please, one.
Well,
one
but that's not
second.
what I asked you to do. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you for that.
Okay.
Right. What I asked you to do is, do you have a rebuttal to? Hold on. Wait. Please pause for a second, Chris. Chris.
I'm not getting.
We're not talking about atheism right now, Chris. We're not talking, Chris. What you believe? No, I don't care what you believe about atheism, Chris. I don't care what you believe about atheism. Chris, if you want to talk about Christianity, beautiful. But atheism, whether atheism has a grounding or not, doesn't matter when I'm asking you to rebuttal the statement Christianity is false.
I'm giving you my premise. Therefore, you can respond, rebuttal my premise. This is a Lincoln Douglas form of debate.
I don't need a premise.
So
I don't need a premise here. I just need an answer to the question I asked.
I've only just joined, but that's also not how the burden of proof works. If you make a premise, we don't have to accept or reject it unless you demonstrate the premise is true.
I'm asking you to rebuttal it. I'm not asking you to accept or reject it. I'm asking you to render your side of your argument against my statements. That's all.
And we don't have to.
We'll get into it, Chris. We'll get into it. If you want to move, we're not going to answer the question that I asked you.
He's acting like that's actual debate. That's not true.
We won't answer the question that I asked you. You'll just give me a different thing that we'll answer. So go ahead.
I sincerely appreciate. Are you a new person? Or you're the person I've been conversing with.
It's still me.
Time?
Jimmy is back now, but it's still me.
Okay, you're being much more calm. Let's see if we can at least get each other's ideals. Okay, you're being calm. I love it. So
I've never
I'm
not
trying
been
to
calm.
get an understanding for you guys because I don't. Okay, you're not being calm.
Chris,
I
will you
said
take
I've
a breath?
never not been calm.
Will you take a breath real quick, Chris? Can you just
Okay.
take a deep breath
Okay.
in?
Well,
I can hear that you're on the verge of
I
tears. Would
think
you
you're
mind
being
taking a
calm.
breath? Would you mind taking a breath?
I think
I
you're
can
being
hear that you're
calm, which
emotional. Would you take a deep breath?
I sincerely appreciate it. Okay, so what I was
Will you
saying,
take that,
according
Chris? Will you take
to
that deep
the
breath though?
statement,
Because you're very emotional right now. Will you take that deep breath so we can get the emotions out?
okay, so now you're doing the ad hominem tu quoque attack. I'm not attacking your
I'm sorry.
character.
Excuse me, Chris. Excuse me, Chris. Excuse me, Chris. Chris, as you since
I'm not emotional.
Chris, excuse me, Chris. Excuse me. So now I'm going to mute you real quick. First of all, to say that right after you gave a commentary on whether or not Jovan was calm is hilarious. But also, since you're here to try and educate us on what debates are, nobody did an ad hominem in response to an argument. Nobody was like, don't listen to Chris because he's a fucking like dipshit, right? Or that argument's not true because Chris likes to lick dog asses. Nobody said anything like that. It comes off as true, but nobody said that anything like that in response as the argument. So that's where it would be relevant to bring up. And just as you tried to comment on his emotional state, I thought I would comment on your emotional state. You sound very emotional. You should take a deep breath, calm down, stop trying to jump to fallacies that you don't actually know how to call them. Stop trying to declare how debates are when you actually clearly don't know how debates are. You are welcome to present your premise. And whether or not we accept them or decide to rebut them will depend on whether or not the premise is adequately justified. Now you're unmuted. I hope you took your breath.
Yeah, just like I said, you made an assertion that I was being emotional. I did use the fallacy correctly because you're not attacking my argument. You're trying.
There's no
to throw,
argument. No argument's been
various,
presented, so it can't be.
Okay,
it can't.
you just muted me. Can I get a
can
sentence
you,
out without somebody
no,
jumping
because you
in?
keep saying it's an ad hom when no argument's been presented, so it can't be an ad hom yet.
It wasn't ad hom. It wasn't an
talking.
ad hominem fallacy.
Okay,
It wasn't an ad hominem argument. You don't know how these words work, Chris.
Okay, you muted me.
Yes.
Spoke. I couldn't say anything.
Can we just, Chris, stop with the, I don't care about the meta anymore. I don't
just
care about the
muted
meta.
you
Can you
again.
just
Is this what you mean by I muted you? I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. That's what the muting thing is like. Once again, if my argument is not anchored in that hominem, it's not a fallacy. And you literally did the same thing seconds before. It was literally to illustrate to you why what you were doing was dumb. It's a whole method to try and throw somebody off of their game, to get them to start thinking more about not what they're saying, but how they're saying it. So you threw out there in the hopes you could throw off Jovan that now he's being much more calm, which is a commentary on emotionality. And so I did the same thing to you. And it's fucking hilarious, Chris, that you get why it's a problem when it happens to you, and you don't get that it was a problem when you did it the sentence prior. I'm sure this is going to be a very good faith debate. Now you're
Profanity.
Unmuted.
I love it. I appreciate it.
Did I even use profanity? What did I say?
Yeah, you just did.
Fuck about profanity. God damn.
What word did I use?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't care about profanity, Chris. You fucking baby.
Yeah, I'm an adult. Who gives a shit about profanity?
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll give you 30 seconds. Chris, I'll give you 30. I don't believe it's immoral to use profanity, you fucking weirdo. I'll give you 30 seconds.
I know you don't.
Right? I'll give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Without interruption.
Uninterrupted to make I'll put a timer. Uninterrupted to make your to give us your position. You have 30 seconds uninterrupted. Do you think you can handle that?
Uninterrupted. Here we go. I can handle it.
Yep, 30 seconds.
Tell me when to go.
You can start now.
Awesome, beautiful. So first thing I'm going to just discuss about you saying who cares about profanity, what you would not do in a school.
I didn't say I wouldn't mute you since you're whining. By the way, I would do shit in a school. No, you have 30 uninterrupted seconds to make your case for Christianity. I don't give a fuck about you coming into my house and telling me what the rules for my language should be in my fucking house. So when you hear the beep, that will be the beginning of your uninterrupted 30 seconds for your defense that Christianity is true.
That one made me laugh, Jimmy, not gonna lie. That one got me.
Here we go, finally, uninterrupted. So profanity, you just said profanity does not matter. That's part of my Christian view.
Nope. You are going to get 30 seconds. That is your defense of why Christianity is true. There are Christians who use profanity. There is zero way to actually attach whether or not I, a non-Christian, should be using profanity in my house on my fucking show and make that. I can say whatever I want in my house. Like, I fucked Jesus Christ right in his butthole. It's how I know he existed. And when he was done, he put the holes in his hands around my dick and made me come again. I can literally say whatever the fuck I want here. Now, if you would like to be engaged in good faith, your 30 seconds and uninterrupted will be a defense that Christianity is true, or at the very least, a defense of your disagreement with the statement that Christianity is false, since I see that's what you actually tried to call in on, so I won't move the goalpost unless you're ready to take the Christianity is true challenge. So now, Chris, if you mention profanity, you will get muted again.
Once again, we're back live and in person. 30 seconds
25 seconds.
They're telling me how to speak. You said there was nothing wrong with profanity. Obviously it is, because
that beep was you being muted again.
Bro is like a baby. His object permanence, except now it's argument permanence. He can only focus on the previous point of the conversation.
And you wasted your first 8 seconds with preamble and then said profanity. Chris, do you think I give a fuck? Do you think that this will be the time that I don't mute you if you try to make the argument about profanity? Here is your 30 seconds uninterrupted that will remain uninterrupted as long as you are rebutting that Christianity is false or defending that Christianity is true. Here you go.
back again, said uninterrupted. Once again, got interrupted. How's everybody doing? Like I said, they said nothing is wrong with profanity, but yet they just.
It's funny how he said they said uninterrupted, but ignored the part where I said if you mention profanity, you will be interrupted.
He literally, by the way, you missed the part where he claimed to be a Harvard alumni philosophy PhD.
No, you aren't, Chris. I know all of them. I have the list memorized. Actually, Chris, I can verify that though. Go ahead. I won't dox you. Go ahead and send me an email right now at dearmratheist@gmail.com. And I'll with your credentials, and I will verify for everybody on air to find out if this is true or not, that you are. I'm amazed that an alum doesn't actually know what debate is or when the ad hominem fallacy applies. It's pretty amazing. All right, here's your 30 seconds uninterrupted. If you mention profanity again, you will be interrupted. And if you try to argue for anything except for the topic at hand, you will be interrupted again. Here we go. I recommend you don't waste time this time. Go.
Here we go. Back at you. Uninterrupted. Once again, they're adding parameters as to how I can debate. Christianity gives a grounds for morality. Obviously, these people are immoral, as you can see, talking about my deity being, messed or effed around. So you could see how vulgar. Like, you can be an atheist without being so vulgar, but they don't have morality because you can only.
I'm sorry, using synonyms for profanity are not going to prevent you from being muted. It was not if you use the exact word profanity that you would be allowed to. Your argument so far is very stupid, that Christianity gives a grounds for morality. So does secular humanism.
I'd like to, we've got it. Christianity is true because it gives a grounds for morality. I would love to analyze that with him for a second, if you would so indulge me, Jimmy.
Yeah, no. Do your thing. Just mute him every time he tries to bring up profanity. Fuck shit balls.
Oh man. All right. Chris, I'm gonna bring you back. We've got your thing. Stop.
Hold on.
We got it, Chris. Christianity provides a grounding for morality. Love it. I just have a couple questions for you. If you, Chris, let's say you were walking and there was an alley somewhere and you came across an alley, and in that alley was a woman being raped. Would you say it's a good thing, like it's morally good and righteous for you to step in and help her?
Am I free to talk? I don't know. You guys got that mute
Yes,
button
yes.
on.
We're waiting for you to answer the question.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you, Jesus.
Oops, I muted you again because you were a whitey bitch. Okay, now you're free.
Okay, Chris,
Jesus,
you're unmuted. Please answer the question that I proposed you, the hypothetical I proposed
Thank
you.
you, Jesus. I prayed and you answered. Okay, so to answer your question, thank you, Lord. So if a person
Actually,
was
sorry.
being raped-
I have to jump in again. I prefer to be called Jimmy at work. When you call me Lord and Jesus and all of that kind of stuff, it feels very uncomfortable because it's usually more of a sexual thing for me. So please refrain from calling me Jesus and Lord again with your response.
Okay, no more playing with our food. Wait, I really want to get this. All right,
Jesus,
Chris, your turn.
You answer my prayer again. I'm unmuted. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so to answer your question about the rape, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I understand because I don't want to rephrase your question. You're saying if I saw somebody getting raped in an alley, would I intervene?
Yes. Would it be morally good for you to intervene?
Morally good to intervene. Can I ask
and stop it?
A question. So we can on topic. So we can establish the context of the person. Do I know that this person is being raped by calls for help, or how do I?
Yep.
Okay.
You know 100% that they're currently being raped. Would it be morally good for you to intervene? And you absolutely can stop it. They're like, without a question of a doubt, you can put an end to this rape. Would it be a morally good thing for you to do that?
Okay, so before I answer your question, can me and you have a dialogue to where a person isn't muted? Because I would like to respond. If I hear, I'm going to let you finish, but I would like a chance. Like if I hear something, I want you to clarify. I can't do that if you mute me. Mute me.
I will let you give
I will
let you give your position, but in just in hosting duties of the show, if you're rambling or if you're providing a lot of things that are unnecessary for the current argument, I will interrupt and stop you.
That's respectful.
Like just for an
Okay,
example,
well,
this question is very simple: yes or no. Right? You can give an answer after. You can expand upon your yes or no if you feel like you need to. But this is a very simple yes or no question.
I just want to make sure. The only reason why I was asking you that is I want to make sure this isn't. Well, you say I don't use fallacies, right? This isn't a loaded question fallacy that embeds like a controversial assumption within your.
Nope.
Inquiry.
This is quite literally this is quite literally a logical critique. I'm critiquing your claim, and this is going to lead to a critique of said claim.
Okay. It's I don't want to say it's hard to tell because I would have to know the parameters in which before getting involved with something, because police, a woman may yell, rape and stuff. They would still have to go through the legal process as far as a rape kit.
Nothing bad will happen to you in this scenario. Just to give you the full breath here, nothing bad will happen to you. Okay. You will stop this woman from getting raped. If you intervene, you will fully stop this woman from getting raped.
I totally understand that. But the thing is, I'm talking about the legal ramifications of asserting.
You will face no legal ramifications. You will face no harm will come to you. No harm will come to her. The person who is raping her will go to jail. 100%. That's what will happen in the hypothetical. So would it be morally good for you to step in and stop it?
How can I prove indeed that this person that unfortunately is in that situation is being raped? Because even if because
it's the hypothetical
report,
right? The hypothetical is setting up a universe, a world in which you 100% know. There doesn't need to be a why. The hypothetical preloads that into it.
Would that be a universal negative? And I'm asking out of genuine concern for your question. Would that be a universal negative if everybody in the universe knew everything? You can explain to me. I'm
not saying that everybody. I'm not saying everybody in the universe knows everything. I'm saying you very clearly can tell that this person is being raped 100% without a shadow of a doubt. In this instance, would stepping in and stopping it be a morally good thing for you to do?
Okay, and how what would be the means in which I would stop them? Would it be
Doesn't matter. It could be
death
whatever you
or
want it to be. It doesn't matter.
just saying
Whatever
stop?
way you want to
me
stop
just, me
it,
just
it stops. It could be
okay.
whatever way.
I don't, but I don't
Whatever
know
way
if it,
you, whatever thing
I
you
don't.
do to intervene in here will stop it 100%. Can be whatever you want it to be. That doesn't matter in the long run of the hypothetical.
Okay, so me just saying stop.
And to make
would-
it easier, I'll give you my answer to the question. My answer to the question would be yes. It would
Okay.
be a morally good thing to stop this rape from happening. What do you think?
Okay. And you said anything I say would stop. So if I just say the word stop, the person would inevitably
You would
just
stop.
relinquish the. Okay. Okay. So stop.
Whatever
I would
you do
agree
will
with
stop it.
you. Okay, I would agree with you on that stance that stopping or immoral crime like that would be good.
Great. Beautiful. So it's a morally good thing to do to stop it. Now, being that you are Christian and you believe this to be a moral
sir.
good, this would mean that you believe that this moral good was a moral good directed by God. Like God would say this is morally good because your morality would come from what God says is moral or immoral, correct?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. So we can do
Can
morally
I-
good
can I
things that
explain?
don't come from God.
No, well, can I explain?
You can try.
Okay. So when it comes to moral and ethics for Christianity, I don't know, and you clarify for me. Are you referring to a voice, like the voice of God, telling me, "Hey, you need to help that person," type thing?
No. I'm saying your
Okay.
morality is deriven from what God says is or is not immoral.
Okay. Well, technically, if you were to break it down syllogistically, in its face intent, the Bible doesn't say stop rape. The Bible doesn't say defend those who are getting
So then how do you know that doing
murdered.
this would be a moral good?
Yes, because it states in the Word of God, and I can I just pose another question to you? Like you
As soon as
posed, to
we're
me?
done with this dialogue tree, you can pose any question you want.
Okay, but the only thing, it fits within the dialogue tree, so I don't want to lose my train of thought. Just hear the question, and if you want to put it aside for later, I totally respect that. But when it comes to morality and ethics, and I have children, and I have a lot of nieces, a lot of little nephews and stuff, you do not have to teach a child in morality. The Bible calls that an Adamic nature, something that they are born with. However, you do have to teach a child morality. Example, if a child lies and you leave that child and you don't correct them and say, "Hey, you cannot lie," that child will continue to lie. If a child goes inside of a store and they don't know, "Hey, this takes money for you to pay with," and they take an item, they slip it into their pocket. If you do not correct that behavior, they will continue to do that. That is
Okay,
like
Chris.
you could say that
Chris,
is a
there, I haven't got. You said you were going to ask me a quick question, but there was no question here. So can we get back to the dialogue tree?
No. I'm leading. I'm so sorry. I'm leading up to it. So what?
Sure,
would
but
you
remember,
say
I said I want to keep the
children-
conversation moving, so I don't want we don't need a very
Okay.
long preamble. Just ask the question.
I apologize. So what would you say children? Where would children get their morality?
The people that teach them to them. I don't believe children are born with any
There you
innate
go.
morality, just like I don't believe animals have innate reality. So but when it comes to your morality in this situation, right? You have said that
Yes.
stopping the rape is a morally good thing to do. How do you know
Yes.
stopping the rape is morally good?
Because when you come to Jesus Christ, he instills in you a subconscious. Whether you want to say that's
Beautiful.
just you
Beautiful.
just
Wait,
said
no, I like
yourself,
that. I like
it
that
doesn't mean
answer. I like that answer. I just want to
Okay.
keep us. We're running short on time, so I want to keep us going. So it's just instilled
It's a
in
good
you.
conversation.
It's instilled in you based on Christ that stopping this is wrong. My question now in the dialogue tree here. God sees rape happening every day. God does not intervene.
Yes.
You have said it's instilled in us from Christ that it's morally good to stop a rape,
Yes, sir.
meaning it would be morally bad not to stop a rape. Does this mean God is committing
Yes, sir.
immoral things, or that it's not actually morally bad to stop morally good to stop a rape?
I think that's a great question. In your worldview, Jesus does not exist.
We're not talking.
Rape is
Not
still
talking about my worldview. We're arguing inside of your
I mean,
logic. So my worldview means nothing here. We're arguing inside of your logic and your premise. So what I believe matters
well,
not here.
okay, well, 50-50. I can switch to, hey, I'm an atheist. Now in my worldview, God does not exist. Rape is still happening. My worldview, God does
Chris,
exist.
Chris, you are unfortunately running from the question, and I think you know because if you answer this question,
in my worldview,
Chris is the most frightened Phil bro I think I've heard in a long time.
I'm saying in my worldview, we don't need frightened. We're having a good conversation. We're just talking. We don't need
but
all
good
the
is subjective.
Chris, I need you to like the question again, just so that we're here. Is you said that stopping rape is morally good because Christ imprinted on us our hearts that this is a morally good thing to do. Yet God sees rape happening and he could stop it 100%. He sees every rape that's ever happened and could stop it anytime he wants. Yet God does not. So does that mean stopping rape is not morally good? Does that mean God can do immoral things? Or does this mean that it's actually like what is the answer here? Why is it that if it's morally good to do it and God is supposedly all good, right? I would hope that you believe as a Christian, God is all good. Why is it God is not doing the morally good thing here and stopping rapes?
Okay, so there's this really big terminology when it comes to moral and ethics that would tell you that there's decisions. Decisions would then tie into free will. So if you were to take out free will, you would take out morality and ethics because you would not have a decision to make. You yourself would then be programmed from the Almighty God to do only what he says. There would be no need for moral, no need for ethics if God were to control you in that matter. But because there is morals, there is ethics, you have free will. You have a choice to do or not to do. So that is my answer to your question.
So confirming, God, my name is Jovan. God cares more about the free will of a rapist than he does about the safety of a person being raped.
Actually, also the free will of the victim. God won't interfere to enable the free will of the victim, which is being encroached upon by their rapist, to make sure that the rapist keeps. So God has the decision between a rapist and a victim. Whose free will I protect? And you say he protects the free will of the rapist and not the victim. That's what we just heard from you, Chris.
So what extent, if you had to truncate God into a bottle or something, how would you use God's power, and in which situation? Would you use it in every single situation? When would you, if people have free will,
I will answer. I've got your question here. I understand your question. I will answer it the second you tell me whose free will is more important, the free will of the rapist or the free will of the person being raped.
I can't answer.
Or do you think they're equally important?
I think both free will, you can't put a stipulation of so-called good or evil. It's their choice. When you get to heaven, or when you stand
what
before
choice
your
is
Creator,
what choice is the person being raped making?
I mean, I don't believe they have a choice in the matter. Just like the person
Exactly.
who is
so their free will is being encroached upon. They have no choice. They're being forced to do this. So why doesn't God step in and intervene when somebody's free will is being? I know you didn't say that. I'm saying that's what the logical conclusion of that sentence leads us to.
No. In that situation that you gave, there's no choice. They had a choice, which I'm pretty sure they tried to run. It's not that their free will isn't being encroached upon. They made a choice to probably run. They made a choice to fight back, which I'm pretty sure they did. That's how I knew they were being raped. So that they're exercising their free will. Your free will isn't dormant in that situation. You're still, able to use your free will in that situation.
There's no hate like Christian love. Do 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 do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. I just think this is a little bit incoherent.
I'm sorry, you're a doctor of philosophy and you don't understand that losing your consent in a rape does disable you from participating in free will. Chris, why did God give us the capacity to rape? He designed us. Why did he even make us capable of raping? He didn't make us capable of flying. Clearly there's things he didn't have to make us capable of. Why did he make us capable of raping?
The host, Mr. Jovana. I don't know if that's the gentleman I was talking with.
Yeah, no, that's me. I'm Jovana. You were talking to Jovan, and I'm Mr. Jovana.
Mr.
Jovana
Giovanna
has a much more masculine. Yeah, that's him. He has a much more masculine.
Right.
Yours is a little
I
bit
have the less
flamboyant.
masculine, and then you have the bitch voice. Since we're getting
Jimmy
to
Low T
commentary on
confirmed.
voices, so we've got the more masculine
I know, I'm
Jovan,
not
the
trying to be
less
rude or
masculine
anything. Your
Giovanna,
voice is just
and the
effeminate.
bitch Chris. Bitch Chris, Giovanna, Jovan. That's who we have.
Oh, I don't think you're a B. I just said your voice is.
No,
a little bit
you're
effeminate,
the
that's
bitch.
all.
I was saying you're the
There's
bitch.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
but
No,
there's
you
nothing
brought
wrong
it.
with that.
Chris, you definitely brought it. It was
There's nothing wrong with
so,
having an
Chris, it
effeminate
was
voice.
so relevant to bring up.
Yeah,
I just wanna
because I
know-
knew it wasn't you. I knew
Hey,
you wasn't
Chris,
the person I
why
was
did
talking
God
to.
design us with the capacity to rape?
Okay.
Okay.
So, I'm not
Yes,
talking
doctor.
to the person, Giovanna.
Your
Okay,
answer,
okay,
it
really
doesn't
quick,
matter.
really appreciate that.
Why
So-
does it matter, Chris?
Wait. I have a question. Wait, before you answer that, Chris, I have a question for Jimmy specifically. Jimmy, just real quick. And I might be crazy here.
Yeah.
Didn't God remove Pharaoh's free will at one point because he
Yes.
thought that the freedom of the Israelite slaves were more important than the Pharaoh's free will?
He, the exact
No,
phrase in
wrong.
the Old Testament. Oh, that's interesting, Chris, because you're a doctor. Dr. Chris is not
Yeah.
aware of the verse where Pharaoh was going to let them
hardened his
go,
heart.
and God hardened his heart.
Yeah, God hardened his heart. Pharaoh
Crazy.
was already.
Hold on, Chris. Please don't interrupt me and Jimmy's conversation really quickly. Jimmy, it's kind of crazy that God cares more about the freeing of the Israelite slaves than he does about every woman in the history of the planet getting raped.
It is interesting. I just wonder why God.
Anyway,
Jovan, why do you think God designed us with the capacity to rape?
I would say it's because
like-
God is evil.
Oh, why do you think, by the way, God commanded his people to rape? Because if rape is wrong,
I would
why
have
did he
to
tell
once
people
again,
to rape?
Yeah, I'd have to once again, Jimmy Snow,
Yeah.
say that it must be because he is evil and likes watching us suffer.
I just wish there was a doctor here who could explain it better to me, but who am I? Just
Hey,
Mr.
that's me.
Giovanna with the feminine voice. Chris, are you willing to prove to me that you're a doctor?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. No, the other Chris.
Oh, okay. Hey, Chris, talking to you. Should I give him the phone?
Chris from New Jersey. You silly slut.
Oh, that's me.
Sounds an awful. It's
You
crazy
got
how
it.
many people from New
Funny. I
Jersey
love
are rape apologists.
Chris from New Jersey, are you willing to prove to me
Yeah.
that you are a doctor and a Harvard
Okay.
alumnus?
I sincerely appreciate those inquiries into my degree
Spell
and
atheist.
to my location. So here we. Can I answer your question first, please, and before we?
I
get into
hope so.
spelling
We're
bees and all of
we're
that?
in the we're
Okay,
so
so-
far into the preamble.
Okay, so you said, how does God, I guess, justify?
Oh,
rape?
so
Am
we're
I
going to go
understanding
with
that
not.
question
You're not
correctly?
going to prove. My most recent question was, are you willing to prove to me you are a doctor?
Okay, well, I'm going to your other question because that's more relevant to the topic at hand. And
You
I
know
think
what?
your
I
audience
withdraw
would
the question. I
definitely
withdraw
get
the
more-
question. I withdraw the question. So
too
now
bad.
let's go to
Reclaiming
this
my
It's
one.
time.
already in the discussion.
Reclaiming
It's
my
already in the
time.
ethos.
Filibuster.
It's already in the ether.
Filibuster.
Oh,
Can we just
filibuster
before
too. I love
wait,
Jesus.
I'm sorry,
The only
Chris,
way to
before can we just
salvation
please
is through
before we
Jesus
get to
Christ.
any of this, Chris, I just need an
Okay.
answer to the question I asked before we even got on to Jimmy's question
I'm
and your
sorry
question.
for the record, because people will put it in the comments. I don't even disagree. I probably ruined the show, and I will at some
No,
point be
I
sorry.
disagree. I disagree on this call. Anybody says that I would disagree on this call specifically, I disagree with them.
Chris, can we get off a fucking speakerphone, by the way?
By the time you got in, Jimmy, by the time you started talking, he had already said that the rapist's free will is more important than the person being raped.
Yeah, I know, right.
I didn't say that.
Right.
I never
said
that.
Okay. Your argument implies it, which is enough for me.
No,
without the implication.
Can we get off speakerphone?
Okay. I don't think free will can be.
Can we get off speakerphone?
Manner. Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me take you.
Are you 90?
Huh?
Nothing.
Am I what?
Excuse me.
I didn't hear your question.
Are we off speakerphone now?
Yeah. You're off speaker.
What percentage of the sex that you've ever had was non-consensual?
That's a good question. Non-consensual, I would say 0%.
It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, I don't think men, because men will keep going. The woman, she may say no, and a one no is no. And if you continue, you are engaging in. I believe you're engaging in rape. If she says no one time and you continue to go, I believe you're engaging in rape.
Why did God Why did God design us with the capacity for rape?
I mean, God isn't real in your worldview. So
right. Hey, Chris, I've engaged with actual PhDs, and they know that when we're doing a back and forth, if I ask them a question like that, clearly I am asking in their worldview. And if they ask me a question back, they don't expect me to speak for Christians. Chris, you've demonstrated you don't have the capacity to represent my position. It seems you may not have the intellectual capacity. I spoke for what the Bible says, because as a man with eyes,
you spoke for my worldview.
I spoke the Bible.
Literally.
Okay, well, you spoke.
Chris,
you spoke
Chris, do you have any reason to doubt?
Chris,
do you have any reason to doubt? Chris, do you have any reason to doubt that I can read?
Do I have any doubt? No, I'm pretty sure you sound like a learned she, he. I think that's.
I sound like a learned she, he. I'm not sure which part of that sentence made you sound more redacted. Now, I have read the Bible and I reported what the Bible says. That is exactly what I have done. The Bible, by the way, despite the fact that it contains a lot of untruth in it, is still a historically relevant book. So the book is still relevant for me to report on, as it does contain elements of history relative to my ancestors, relative to most of the world's ancestors. So no, I didn't speak to your worldview because I didn't describe your interpretation, because I already know that your interpretation of the Bible is going to let God off the hook for that, just like you aren't going to acknowledge that in the Bible, God commands his people to rape girls.
Where in the Bible does it say commanded them to rape?
First, you tell me, Chris, you tell me where I'm suggesting. Prove to me you know the Bible better than me and that I shouldn't speak for it, because you already know which verses I'm misinterpreting. Go ahead and tell me.
Yeah, there is no verse in the Bible. Rather, I don't know which version or translation of the Bible you may be, referencing or referring to.
Which version do you like?
King James Version.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I that's what I grew up with too, so I'm confident it's in there.
Okay. So have you ever been a Christian or?
Yes, sir. A learned one.
Okay.
A learned he, she Christian.
I mean, you sound learned.
Yeah, thanks.
What I found, and I stepped away from God, is when I was in my adolescent debauchery state. My parents were both ministers. I did not, for the life of me, I could not, adhere to the teachings of Jesus, because it says you can't commit, fornication and stuff, and you have your loins burning and you have lust and stuff. And so I found it very hard to
you
follow
jump in whenever,
God.
Jovan. I've stopped listening because he's trying to get so far away from the rape thing. Because in his King James version, he doesn't know about Deuteronomy 21, apparently.
Numbers 31.
Okay, what does it say?
Deuteronomy 20.
You don't know?
Samuel 12. Zechariah 14.
No, I mean, help me. I want to learn.
Okay, great.
Do you know this? Do you know somebody to rape somebody?
Yeah. First, let's start with Numbers. Numbers is my favorite. Numbers 31. What happens in Numbers 31?
In Numbers 31,
It-
I don't know. Please, I don't have the verse. You let me know. You tell me.
Right.
And this is
In
going to be
Numbers
in
31
relevance to God ordering somebody to rape somebody.
Yes, in Numbers 31,
Okay.
it's when Israel is at war with Midian, right? So the Midianites
Yes, the
are there,
Midianites.
and
Yes.
God commands Moses to lead an army to take out the Midianites, right? He commands it. He says, "You
Yes,
must
sir.
do this." Moses says,
Why are
"Cool,
we
let's
still on
do it."
speakerphone? Why, when Jovan talks, do I have to hear the audio repeat? You still have not figured it out?
No, sir. I'm following. You gave me a verse. I do not.
Get off
No,
trying to
he's
speakerphone.
follow
asking
what
you
you're
to take
saying.
the phone off
Get
of
off
speakerphone because it's
speakerphone. You're-
reverbing back
You're-
into
you're-
the
you're-
stream.
I sincerely apologize. Okay, you're off. I was trying to read what you were reading, Deuteronomy. But
Okay.
continue. I'll just listen to what you
Okay.
say.
So Numbers 31. Moses says, "Okay, I'm going to lead the army." He leads the Israelite army into Midian, and what happens is they slaughter all the men, just the
Yes,
men.
sir.
They leave alive the young boys, they leave alive the babies, they leave alive the women, and they go back to Moses. And Moses looks at them and he goes, "Fuck y'all doing? Why do you still have all these people?" And they go, "Well, obviously we're not going to slaughter them." And Moses says, "No, kill everything that breathes." Unless it is and in the King James Version, they call them women children. Unless it's a women children who's not known the touch of a man, like a woman virgin. This specifically, though, in King James, they decry it as children. If it's a child woman virgin, then you can leave them alive for yourself. So they do this. They kill all the young boys, all the babies, anything that's not a virgin girl, they kill. Then they bring them all back. There's 32,000 virgin girls left. And God goes to Moses, "Okay, cool. You got 32,000 virgin girls. Take 16,000 of them, give them to the priests to do whatever the priests want to do to them." He then says, "Take the other 16,000 and split them amongst your men. Take those virgin girls and give them to your men. Give them to your men to do whatever your men want to do to them." This is a direct call from God to put these captured girls into sexual slavery.
Okay. Am I free to answer? Can I answer you?
Sure, you can try.
Okay. So you said first your claim was God ordered them to rape. I didn't. Through what you just explained, I didn't hear anything that says rape. And I'll read the.
What would be the
scriptures. I have
purpose of
another phone.
keeping? What would be the purpose of keeping only virgin girls alive?
Okay. Well, like I mentioned before, your first claim was that God ordered them to rape them, right? That was your first claim. You're
He
now
ordered them
asking
into
me a
sexual
question.
slavery, yes.
Okay.
We have 30 minutes left.
Now
Are we
you're
going to
at-
just stick with this dishonest fucking cuck right now?
No, we can move on if you want.
Yeah, you're a fucking lying piece of shit,
Oh,
Chris.
okay.
You're just trying to make it work.
I
You are a
love you.
bad person.
Jesus
Chris,
loved you.
Hey, Chris, you're a bad guy. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. It's very clearly in there. We could have gotten to others where it's a little bit less to interpret. We could have gone to Deuteronomy, which in King James Version says, "When you seest amongst the captives a beautiful woman and hast a desire unto her, that thou would have her as your wife, bring her home to thine house, shave her head, pare her nails, put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and thou shall remain in thine house and bewail her father and mother for a full month." So she's allowed to mourn now for a month. "And after that, go unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife." That literally means fuck her. "And it shall be, if thou hast no delight in her after you've already fucked her, she's not making you happy, then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her." Humbled her referring to fucked her.
2 Samuel is also a good one. That's when specifically it's when Nathan is giving David God's judgment after David has sinned, and Nathan says, "This is what the Lord says." He says, "Out of your own household I'm going to bring calamity on you. Before your very eyes I will take your wives and give them to one who is close to you, and he will sleep with your wives in broad daylight." Literally saying, because you sinned, I'm going to punish you by having someone else fuck your wife. If that ain't rape, I sure don't know what is.
But who am I? I'm just he, she, Mr. Giovanna. Apparently.
I don't want to talk.
I'm mad at your ad hominems. You're very, what did he call you? He didn't call you emotional. He said you were, no, he did. What word did he use for you?
I don't remember.
It wasn't emotional because I said emotional for him.
I
It
think he
was
called me angry.
calm. That you've calmed down now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, calm down now. I don't want these ad hominems. And you've got the more feminine voice or less masculine. It wasn't more feminine, it was less masculine. And that's
he said,
okay.
he specifically said I have a masculine voice. So I said Jimmy on low T.
I know he wants to fuck us both. I just don't know which one more. I don't know whether he wants feminine Jimmy's voice or masculine Jovan's voice.
Clearly me.
I'm sure about that.
Who do you want to go to?
Oh shit. The transphobe caller we're not gonna have time for, most likely.
4 seems fun for me, but I'll go wherever you want to go.
Nah,
I got to play with a theist, so I'm chilling.
We played together. Aona in Hawaii, you're on the line with Jimmy and Jovan. Aona, you say, why are you complaining about God and calling him evil when it is people and their free will doing evil things? Don't blame God. I actually don't blame God. I just blame using the framework of God that people who otherwise would be good people have been indoctrinated. So they are people who would be good people are convinced to do bad things and then told, Aona, I'm not done. And then they basically say it's a good thing because they were doing it for God. So, Aona, welcome to the line. I'm just responding to your notes there. Let's start here. How old are you? Sorry, what was that?
I'm 39.
39 years old.
Like the coffee, and I'm 39.
Is it A-O-N-A?
K-O-N-A.
K-O-N-A. Kona. Okay, I like it. It's a nice name. Kona is 39 years old, and we have a live chat with over 2,000 people here. Would you like them to refer to you as a he, a she, a they, or something else?
I'm just a man. Yes, a he.
Excellent. We'll go with he. That was the only part of that answer that was relevant to me. Okay, great. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been a Christian?
Beautiful.
My entire life.
Whole life of Christianity. Have you moved between sects? Like, did you used to be a Catholic and now you're a Baptist, or where are you at?
Always been a Christian.
You a Mormon?
No.
What kind of Christian are you?
Just a regular Christian, bro. I just pray to Jesus.
Well, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing as just a regular Christian. Everybody thinks they're a regular Christian. Right. Everybody thinks they're a regular Christian, but you all have conflicting ideals. So there's no way to know. You saying regular?
Conflicting
ideals. If I asked a Catholic what kind of Christian they were, they might say regular Christian.
Catholics are pedophiles.
Most Catholics are pedophiles. You believe that 1 billion people are mostly pedophiles?
Well, they've been pedophilized on, if you want to call it that.
Pedophilized on. Oh, I see. I see. This is going great so far, Kona. Which version of the Bible do you read?
My favorite one is, shit, there's plenty, bro, actually.
Name one.
Okay. A righteous man will fall, and he will get back up. A foolish man will fall, and he'll stay in ruin.
You've misunderstood the question. What is your favorite, what version of the Bible do you read?
Oh, version.
Yes.
King James, the AMP or something like that. The American version. There's even a Hawaiian version where they speak pidgin in it.
Okay. So King James version is fine, right? Or you want the authorized King James version?
Authorized is all right. Don't matter. It never changed. Cool. Unless you're a Mormon. That's the only time the Bible actually changed.
Well, sure. I mean, there's literally, I'm picking the version amongst dozens of versions of the Bible, but yeah, it never changes, except for all the times it changed, which was several times. We literally have older records that prove it's true. But other than the words you said, what you said was true. Okay, Kona. Do you vote?
Yes.
In America?
Oh, yes, I do.
Is any of your vote...
I voted for Trump.
I don't care whether you voted for Trump. Is any of your vote influenced by your religion?
I pray about it, yes, and I ask to see what's show me some signs, you know, like
So if you did not believe in God,
if they are led, or if they're just evil ass people.
hey, let's just stick to the questions you're asked, not the weird tangents you want to go off that make you sound like you have tinfoil on your head. Kona.
Yeah, okay.
That was the laugh of that hitting way too hard, close to home.
Women's dresses. That's weird.
Who's doing that?
What do you mean, who's doing that? All the freaking people doing the fucking terrorizing the freaking ICE agents right now. Most of those guys put on dresses.
Most of those guys, just like most Catholics are pedophiles. So if you didn't believe in God, would you vote differently?
Never thought of that, but no.
How you said that you pray to influence your vote, and that you believe that that
just
prayer.
Like how I prayed, why Trump? And it said, in his name, truth unites my people.
So if you didn't believe in God, and you didn't have prayer
what was that? Hold on. Don't run past that. What did he just say?
I don't know. It's going to
Can
be
you
some
repeat
other...
that, Kona?
Truth unites my people. Look at
Truth
name,
unites.
And then
you're missing an R.
Truth unites my people.
Tump?
Truth. Trump.
Tump.
TR is
That's
together.
that is not how
I don't care how you want to put it. Sissy boy.
He said tump.
Producer, by the way, can you change the name up there? It's Kona with a K, not Aona. Kona. So you are here to declare that if you didn't believe in God, you'd still vote the same way. But the way you figure out
anything if I didn't believe in God.
Yes, you did. I asked if you didn't believe in God, would you vote differently? And you said no, you'd vote the same. Which means God and prayer is not.
I believe in God, so there's no way of me actually accepting of if I didn't.
Kona, if you didn't believe in God, is there a good chance you would not vote the same way because your political views are rooted in your religious views?
Probably not. I'll probably vote the same way.
So then God isn't a part of how you vote. But Kona, will you agree that if I started believing in Christianity, Kona, if I started believing in your version, Kona, can we listen real quick? Hey, Kona, would you mind just listening real quick? Kona, if I suddenly believed in Kona, quiet. Shh, Kona, is quiet time. It's shut the fuck up time and listen to the question time, Kona. Kona, I'm using this soothing voice because I'm meeting your energy and you act like a fucking toddler. Kona.
Oh.
Hey, Kona.
And you act like a dumb fucking coward.
I act like a what coward?
A dumb fucking coward.
Oh, a dumb coward. Got it. I thought you said femme. I thought we were on this one again. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, guys. Quit thinking about what's between my legs, you fucking freaks. Anyway, Kona. Would you agree that I, right now, who votes in the interest of socialism, if I were to accept your version of Christianity, if I was to accept your version of Christianity,
so you're a communist.
No, I'm a socialist. They are different. Kona.
It's fucking stupid,
no,
bro.
That's like me saying, so you're a Mormon, since Mormons are a type of Christian. Hey, Kona, Mormons are a type of Christian. Does that mean you're a Mormon?
What?
Mormons are types of Christians. Does that mean you're a Mormon since you're a Christian?
No.
Right.
Mormon,
and communist is a type of socialist.
The Bible.
Communist is a type of socialist. So if I say I'm a socialist, it might mean I'm a communist, or it might mean I'm something else still under the umbrella of socialism.
Just say you're a communist then.
I'm not, because I'm not a communist. I'm a socialist. I just explained it to you. So anyway, Kona not understanding, I'll put it this way, Kona. If your logic is correct, then by your logic, you're a Catholic pedophile. So, Kona, Catholic pedophile, will you please answer this question? I'm sorry, Catholic pedophile, if you'll please be quiet. Will you please answer this question? If I were to adopt your version of Christianity, is it likely I would vote differently if I truly believed it?
Possibly. You wouldn't be a fucking pedophile coward.
I like the I know you are, but what am I? This is where we are right now, Kona. So, Kona, you acknowledge then that the fact of the matter is that people's belief in God affects the way they vote, which means they are affecting the lives of other people. So when you're sitting, why are we complaining about God? It's because God is basically a category. I don't believe that God actually exists, but I believe in the name of your God, you've become the insufferable beta male cuck that is called into this show to try and
Beta
shoot
male? Please,
strays at trans.
come
Oh,
to
dude,
Hawaii and I'll show you beta male. I'll show you
Kona,
one
you
real
are the most.
alpha.
You are the most beta person I have talked to in like ages. I'm not even joking. And we get
Yeah, try
people
to
who
say that to
call
my
in
face,
who
coward.
legitimately love to get
Hawaii, cuz.
pegged
Come on
by
down.
14 inches. You are the beta. You just are you define it. The King James Version index
Beta
next to
male
the
or
word
sissy boys
beta
like
is a
yourself?
picture of you.
Beta
Sorry, what was
males
that, Kona?
are like sissy boys like yourself
I'm a sissy boy?
who like to put on women's
Definitely.
dresses.
I don't
dance
wear
around like little
dresses.
sissy boys.
I do like to
Uh-huh.
dance. I admit I love dancing, actually. It's an art form, really. Hey, Kona, are you
And then you guys
interested
like
in
to
what sex
stick
feels
fucking
like? I could
optics up
tell
your
you about
asses.
it. Would you like me to tell you what sex is like? I know you don't know.
I'm married.
Like,
It's awesome.
does she know? Does she know?
Especially in a vagina.
Is your wedding ring the bruise that the binoculars you use to look at your quote-unquote wife leaves? It's like, this is my wedding ring. I know, that was a stretch. I went far for that one.
That was lame. That was gay.
It was gay? What
Yeah,
else
that
is
was
gay,
lame and
Kona?
gay.
Oh, you don't believe
Guys
in
like
gay?
you. Gays are
Mhm.
fucking weird.
That's true. Are you under the impression, though, that you, a quote-unquote straight, are coming off as super normal? Are you anyone to throw
Yeah,
stones
I guess
about
so.
being fucking
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah, you guys are weird.
Who are you guys?
You, all of you fucking sissy boys, coward
Sissy
cunt
boys.
sluts.
Coward cunt sluts. Oh, no. Kona called us coward cunt sluts.
No.
Kona,
Yeah.
you are Kona, I just want you to know.
Bible better.
Kona, I just want you to know that I feel that this call is
Funny
a
how you
very
guys
good
are complaining
demonstration
about
for
the Old
people.
Testament and
I
try
like
to leave
that.
Jesus out of everything.
Bro, we can
when
talk about
Jesus
the New Testament anytime you
came
want,
to
except
Earth,
for that you
that
can't
was the
actually
best thing
stay
that
on
ever happened
topic,
to
you
this
beta
planet.
male. Hey, beta.
And staying on
Shush.
topic. Well, there's so many
Beta.
things to
Hey,
talk
beta.
about, which you guys
Beta, be
fucking-
quiet. Oh, look, he's being quiet. He must have recognized that I'm the alpha, and he's the little beta bitch. Oh, now you may speak. If you speak after this moment, you acknowledge that I am the alpha and you are the beta.
I did.
What was that?
You acknowledged it.
You're a faggot.
Oh, so you acknowledge I'm the alpha. So guys, Christian MAGA caller, has he let down, or does this not represent Christianity? Hey, Kona, have you heard the verse in the Bible where Jesus says, I know ye not, or I never knew thee, whatever, however the words are? Do you feel like Jesus is like, this guy's my guy? Kona, he's my guy. You think you're representing Jesus in his Christ-like love well?
I'm because I'm surrounded by evil people like you guys. I
Yeah.
fail God every day because
Every
I have
second,
to
really.
commit sin to put you guys in your fucking place.
I
you
heard
faggot.
you were committing sin in the middle of the night last night with 4 fingers, and that's a lot. I think there's a verse that says 4 is too much.
4 fingers. No.
Right up there. Hey, Kona.
Sorry, you're the one that likes
Hey, Kona.
shit up your ass, not me.
Hey, Kona. I prefer to shit it out my ass. Hey, Kona.
Isn't the ass the only place other than a toilet that's appropriate for shit?
That's where the shit goes. Hey, Kona, I just want you to know this from the bottom, deepest part of my heart. And I mean this. I'm looking you in the eye as I say it. You're a bitch. All right, well, that was fun.
Oh,
What do you want
boring,
last?
beta.
I'll let you take the last one.
I don't want either of these.
Oh, there's other calls screening, even as it's always like, yeah, that first hour, like, can we get granted, I was pretty mean. Probably my fault. We got
No,
off
you
to
know
such a
how
slow
you know how
start.
much callers popped off once I went on mine.
You act
all
like
the
I
baby
wouldn't
boys.
like that. I do like that.
I know Jimmy's like, how dare you bring callers to
Oh,
this
no.
call-in show?
Not content that will make money off the clips. Shit, fuck. I don't know, guys.
Holy shit, Olivia! Thank you so much. Just sent 50 Jimmy Snow in the line gifts. That's crazy. I wonder if the fact that we do $2 memberships
Let's just do
over
super
here
chats.
mean we make more off of memberships over here because so many people are more willing to gift them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but doesn't
like,
YouTube take like 30% of the membership?
Dude, YouTube takes fucking everything of everything. They also take that much of the super chats. They think it's 35.
Yeah. You can pick. I
Um,
don't care which of
I'll
these
take Romy.
last.
I don't care about transgender stuff today. You guys can call in on a different day. Romy in Florida, you're on the line with Jimmy and Jovan. Romy, now, I don't know if you want to have this debate, as I have 4 PhDs from Harvard. So you might have it against for people, for posterity's sake. The last caller was clearly, 2 callers ago, was lying about being a PhD from Harvard. Anyway, Romy, first of all, what are your pronouns?
He.
Excellent. That was so easy, guys. You see that? All you weirdo callers? 1 syllable and it's done. All right. I appreciate that about you, Romy. How old are you?
48.
Excellent. 48 years old. Romy, it says here that you claim everyone has a human spirit and human soul. Do you mean that literally or in a figurative, like we have some element of humanity, empathy that unites all of us? Or do you mean like in a very literal, there is a spirit, a soul, an inner ghost, whatever that is, a supernatural thing?
My claim is that they're one and the same.
Okay. Could you please prove that?
Not
that the soul
materially.
exists. Okay. What would be the way you would prove it non-materially?
Because we're all observers.
And where would I find the connection that being an observer creates the ghost? That those things. For example, I actually have a computer right now that is dedicated to just observing my network and seeking changes. And it is in a constant state of observation. When it detects a change, it synchronizes that changes across dozens of devices. Okay. So does my computer have a soul for being an observer?
That's an interesting question. Tracy Kidder put out a book. It was I think he was writing it around 78, 79, called The Soul of a New Machine. In that, he described from the ground up the creation of a piece of hardware that was approximately 23 years ahead of its time. Where did it get its soul? Well, it got its soul from its creators.
Except for that, we still haven't established. I asked you, does it have a soul?
Does the network monitoring machine have a soul? Yes, I would claim that it does.
Great. Do you know what an equivocation fallacy is?
Yes.
Could you briefly describe it?
It is to make the mistake of claiming that because something exists in one particular context, that it would also exist in another or all other particular contexts.
That's okay using for a situation. I guess I meant with words. If I were to say, do you recognize the equivocation fallacy? If I say, I might have faith in God, but you have faith in science. Can you describe the equivocation fallacy that just happened there?
Well, it's the object of faith in that case.
Right. So if I say faith, I have faith in God, but you have faith in science, we are describing 2 different faiths. But because it's the word, even though we're using different definitions, we're committing an equivocation fallacy by essentially assuming that the word faith means the same thing because it's the same word. Is that correct?
Well, faith in this case is an operator. So it's going to be dependent upon the context.
So you recognize, yes or no, that statement rather was fallacious, correct?
Oh, you mean that? Well, no, I cannot, because again, faith.
So you don't
is
believe
a
that the
verb
statement.
in that case.
You don't believe the statement. You have faith in God, or rather, I have faith in God, like you have faith in science. You don't believe that an equivocation fallacy has happened there?
Again, the word that operates as the verb in that sentence is contextual to
Which word?
the object. Faith.
The verb in that sentence is have.
I see what you're saying.
So you have faith in God. I have faith in God, rather, the way you have faith in science. Is that an equivocation fallacy?
Well, it's possessive in this case.
What does the word faith mean in the first half of the sentence? I have faith in God.
It means that you place your belief or you set your foundation as.
Yeah, see, I think you're operating in bad faith, and you're now, and this is why I wanted to go
Why do you
down,
say
because you're
that?
doing the equivocation fallacy with the soul. Because when discussing theism, we do not use the colloquial form of faith. The colloquial form of faith is fine for the second half. You have faith in science, as in you have confidence in science, and it can even involve some element of evidence. Are you a Christian, Romy? Or are you familiar with at least Christian tradition? So then you are undoubtedly
I'm
familiar with
more
Hebrews.
so.
You're undoubtedly familiar with the book of Hebrews, where faith is defined. And faith is not defined as confidence based on evidence. It is in fact defined as the belief in things unseen. And when that is further contextualized by scholars, it means faith in something unproven, unevident, that without evidence, you accept something as true. Generally, as we add definitions to it, we describe some amount of spiritual apprehension. And the whole reason we went down this list is I believe you are creating an equivocation fallacy. You're avoiding it by defining it, but the word soul to just mean observer, but you said they are one and the same, that a supernatural ghost, essentially, the existence of this immaterial thing that is beyond conceptual, that is supernatural, that is the same as saying that with the soul is that which observes. And I am describing to you that I believe in the same way as just happened with that sentence about faith, you are doing that with the word soul.
Well, that depends, doesn't it, whether or not one would have sense experience of the object in question.
Why?
Okay, so not everyone has a sense experience of God.
I argue that no one has an sense experience of God. One cannot have. Do you agree, Romy? Do you agree with the statement that if something does not exist, no one can have a sense experience with it?
Well, that's a perfectly rational position to take.
Thank you.
I can't argue with your position. I can argue the claim, but I don't think there's a point in arguing the claim that one could not, for instance, prove a negative.
Situationally, we absolutely can prove negatives.
How do you know that?
Do you find it difficult to prove the negative, I do not have a cat in my hand?
Well, I'm not looking at you. I'm calling in.
You could.
I'm not
okay.
watching a video screen.
Romy, you are not holding a skyscraper in your hand right now. I'm very confident in that assertion. Do you feel I can prove
correct.
it?
I am holding a how do I put this? A combination of glass, metal, and plastic to an ant. That could be a skyscraper.
It could not. because a skyscraper has an actual definition. Now you're once again trying to get into these fallacious ways of misrepresenting conceptually what we are clearly talking about. Romy.
Well, I'm speaking in relative
I
terms,
don't
and
mean
when
to say
I
this
give
to
the
you
example-
individually as an insult. This is contextually what I referred to this as in the past. I would describe your version of theology as, look how good my fart smells theology. It is needlessly added levels of unnecessary sophistication for no reason other than, if you're going to question my faith, I'm just going to try and become as confusing and as sophistrated. That's not the word. How would you say sophistry as an adjective? What is sophistry as an adjective? Jesus Christ, I have no idea.
Sophistic? I don't know.
Yeah, that'll work for me. That it is a desire to escape. It reminds me, Romy, very much of my own dad, who, when he started to realize that my arguments for questioning his religion were really bugging him, he resorted to this thing in his own mind of, well, if we're going to question essentially if my beliefs are true, maybe the next thing we should step to is, how do we know anything is true? How do we know, not true, anything exists? If you're going to question and you're going to make me doubt whether God exists, I believe the next rational jump from does God exist to does anything exist? It is a sort of, it's a sort of like, seems very sophisticated, almost like you're engaging in skepticism, but in fact, it is an ego exercise. It's an exercise. It's first your ego got hit and now you need to express it larger. So I just have to say, I don't find your, guys, I don't think sophist and sophisticated are the, I don't think that's the, I think those are separate words. I could be wrong, and maybe we've just made sophisticated but sophisticated generally means that something is very complex, but it doesn't mean it's untrue or it isn't fallacious. Sophistry is rooted in fallaciousness. So, I don't think that the people who are just the live chat's trying to help me out. Anyway, Romy, this is, I think you would enjoy the exercise you're doing more if you'd smoked weed, and that would be the extent of its usefulness.
I couldn't go that far.
Yeah.
I've never felt the need.
So you believe a supernatural soul exists, but you also acknowledge that there's no, I'm sorry, Romy. No, you don't. Knowledge is demonstrable. You can't know the supernatural exists because the supernatural is not demonstrable.
That I can't know?
Okay, fair enough, Romy. So you say you know, therefore you can demonstrate, even though earlier in this you said not materially, which would be the way you demonstrate.
I don't know that I can demonstrate. I
so
have to be honest
Romy,
with you there.
Romy,
Yes,
if you can't demonstrate it, then you don't know.
That's not true.
Knowledge is demonstrable belief. What do you mean?
What do you mean by demonstrable? Knowledge is a demonstrable belief. What do you mean by demonstrable?
Knowledge essentially is our highest confidence level that is justified by the fact that we can demonstrate it. So the difference between I believe and I know, knowledge is a subset of belief. Know means that I can prove it, essentially. It isn't now a matter of could be wrong, or if I am wrong, it's just a misattribution of the word. It is, knowledge would be the highest confidence level of belief because your belief is demonstrable.
Well,
and you shouldn't, by the way, religious people need to get over this too. It's fucking crazy that you guys can't accept that you just believe. There are things that I say I just believe that are almost certainly facts because I'm not adequately educated on them to justify saying I know.
Well, let's talk about the definition of knowledge. I would say knowledge is the intersection of belief and fact.
Right? And what makes something a fact?
I see your point in that it has to be demonstratable.
Okay, so
but
we
I don't
agree.
know how to demonstrate to anyone how like for me, God is a revelation. Before that, I was an atheist.
Right? Tale as old as time. And now you've come to Christianity, and other people who've gone through this have become Hindus and have become Muslims, and then some of them return to atheism later when their understanding of the experience that happened to them either developed or their recognition that their understanding of what happened to them could be flawed. So if we're going to go with anecdote tale as old as time, I do appreciate, though, I can very much appreciate, though, that you have acknowledged that if it is the intersection of belief and fact, that to then claim it would require demonstration.
Is testimony allowable in your worldview?
What do you mean allowable? Witness testimony. Witness testimony is the lowest form of evidence, even in our court system. Will I hear you out? Sure, but we know that there are events that didn't happen that thousands of witnesses claimed happened. So no.
Okay.
But it is 7 o'clock,
Okay,
so we do have to go. The Sunday show
Okay.
After Dark is starting, and we don't intersect with them. If you want, you're welcome to call Forrest, and I looked it up earlier. Forrest and no, that's tomorrow. Who's on with Forrest tonight? Anyway, you're welcome to call them. They're over on our channel, The Line, Romy. Otherwise, we'll talk more in the future. Thank you.
Have a beautiful evening.
At least I didn't get called a slur that time. Jovan hasn't even come back for the end of the show. He was like, I told you I didn't want that call, and now I'm out. Okay, it is going to be... Where the fuck? Oh, it's already live, I bet. It is Forrest and Shannon. All right, go watch Forrest and Shannon over on the Sunday show After Dark. Redirect should be on. Right now they have 138 people, and we had like 2,000. So we need to pop them up to like 2,000 right now. Go over and watch them take calls from theists. Forrest is a much more welcoming entity than I am, as is Shannon. They're both better people, so I'm sure they will have lots of good calls, and you'll be able to watch some honest theist discussions. Jovan, I hope you at least could hear all of that, because I think you would agree that that was super enjoyable and not also super masturbatory.
I was listening to some of it, but then I had something I had to go deal with.
But at some point, you're like, ew, I'm not going to listen to two guys just jerk off.
Yeah.
Did you find out? Is it sophistic?
I don't know. I don't think
Dude,
that word
isn't that fucking crazy that sophistry comes up in our line of work all the time, and I just realized I have never heard it as a verb. Not once.
No clue.
Sophistrated? Sophistrated. I'll be looking it up. All right, everybody, go head over there. We should have Redirect on. It was good seeing everybody. And that's the show.